Good Friday evening once again, ladies and gentlemen. Football season is upon us, and live from Dick Null Field in Rock Rapids, it is the season opener for the 2017 fall campaign for the Central Lyon George Little Rock Lions, as the Lions play host to the West Lyon Wildcats in the annual Lyon County Beef Bowl. Along with Joel Viss, I'm Jay Kelly, welcoming you into the broadcast here on the Lyon Broadcast Network. And Joel Viss, I tell you what, the Beef Bowl doesn't get any better than this when you're starting off a season up here in Northwest Iowa.
Absolutely, Jay. It's great to be back. It's a lot of fun. It came on us pretty quick. Summer went extremely fast, it seemed like, but nonetheless, we came down there, and all of a sudden it was like, well, 2 weeks away. Next week, okay, it is game week, and it's Beef Bowl week. And like you said, you can't start off the season any better than with tradition and with excitement and two high-quality teams meeting each other in week number one.
A nice little added treat here tonight, namely for the players on the field amongst everybody, is these temperatures we've been having here this week, and for the bulk of fall camp as well. Not the stifling August heat that we've been used to. In fact, a real pleasant night tonight here at Dick Null Field.
Yeah, and they've had some great weather to work with. They've had to deal with a little bit of rain throughout the preseason time for them there. But tonight, like I said, Jay, you can't ask for a whole lot. There was that threatening little iffy weather in the forecast earlier yesterday and into today. Not so sure how it's going to come out here towards the end of the night. But as of right now, the sun is out. There's a slight breeze out there, a little bit cool out there, and it is perfect fall football weather.
Well, heading into a season full of questions for the Central Lyon George Little Rock football team as we begin the 2017 campaign. The Lions not bringing a whole bunch back from last year's squad that fizzled out at the end of the year, and I know unfinished business for the Lions that were on last year's team that collapsed at the end of last year in that playoff game down in Denison. Certainly left a raw taste in their mouth all off season long.
Yeah, it's something they definitely thought about. They've definitely worked on it throughout. And the good part is we do have kids that are out there. And like I said, you're going to hear a lot of new names tonight, but you're going to hear some familiar names. These kids are able to trickled in. They contributed last year. They may not have been starters, but a lot of them participated in it and were a part of that. And so they know what that brought to them at the end of the year. A brand new coach out there. It's the same old system. Curtis Eving at the helm now. And that is new and exciting here. You're going to see a few new things, a few wrinkles out there, and maybe a little bit more excitement from what Coach Eving brings to the table. But a lot of new things going on here at CLGLR, and it could make for a very exciting year, but it will, once again, you're going to have that learning curve that you're going to have to work with.
And for the West Lyon Wildcats, it's the same old boring win after win, senior-dominated team that you see run the ball under Jay Rosenboom now in his, I believe, 27th season now for Jay, I believe, give or take a few years. But certainly he's got that West Lyon program where you expect it to be amongst the state elite at the start of the year.
That's the Wildcat way out there. You know they're going to come hard. They're going to play good, sound defense, and they're going to run the ball at you, and they're just going to beat and bang on you all the way up and down the field. And that's just the way West Lyon has done it. They're workhorses. They always have been. They always play hard for Coach Rosenboom, and we expect nothing less a very senior-loaded team for the Wildcats. These kids, a lot of them have 3 years of starting experience, and they're really banking on that experience this season, and they've got some pretty high expectations for the Wildcats.
Offensively, the straw that stirs the drink, so to speak, Jaden Snyder, finally a senior, if you're a Lion fan, 6'1", 200 pounds, and he plays the quarterback position, but really this kid can do it each and every way. He's a total athlete.
Well, and like you said, finally he's a senior. Finally we're getting them Snyder boys out of the way. Obviously everybody knows Brandon and Colin off playing at the college level right now. Jaden, looks like he'll be able to play at the next level as well. But as he comes out here, he runs the show, and he is that in that part. And now a senior and the captain out there, Jaden is definitely the guy who's going to get things going. But you always got to talk about the three-headed monster that West Lyon brings out there. They're going to have Mitch Rensselaer. Monty Pottebaum is a big fullback out there. And then Dylan Snyder's the younger guy starting to work his way in to that running attack for West Lyon.
Well, looking forward to a great game. Should be a great night. It always is, and a great way to kick off the season. The annual Lyon County Beef Bowl coming up in about 25 minutes or so as the West Lyon Wildcats here in Rock Rapids at Dick Null Field to tangle with the Central Lyon George Little Rock Lions in the season opener. Now, coming up on our pregame show, we'll get together with the head coaches, and we'll do that when we return from Dick Null Field in Rock Rapids. This is Lyon Football on the Lyon Broadcast Network.
Frontier Bank proudly brings you Kasasa. What's Kasasa? It's an easy way to earn cash, no talent necessary. It's like a participation trophy that's actually worth something. You do everyday things, we reward you in cash each month. That's free Kasasa checking. Ask for free Kasasa checking at Frontier Bank.
And we welcome you back here to the pregame show. It's time to talk West Lyon football with longtime head coach of the Wildcats, Jay Rosenboom. Coach, thanks for joining us.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Coach, let's talk a little bit about your Wildcat football team. Let's talk about the off-season workouts and summer camp going into this year. It all starts last year coming off of a loss in the playoffs to Western Christian. That's when the off-season starts. That's when you start planning to get ready to go for this year.
Yeah, that's exactly right. After that last loss, you start looking ahead and try to figure out what you can do to get better. And you really, really want your guys to work hard in the weight room and doing the things they're supposed to do and go out for other sports. And for the most part, our guys have done a great job of doing that.
Well, and when you look at it with your team, you've got some good experience coming back. You're going to have some great senior leadership this season. It's got to make that off-season workouts a little bit easier when you got those trusted guys going the way.
Yeah, we believe that the strength of the team is the strength of the leadership and the seniors. And we really have a good group of seniors, kids who have worked hard, who've paid the price, who've played a couple years and have done a great job of leading our team.
Well, obviously, when you talk about the leadership of your team, the veterans coming in, multiple-year starters, you're going to have some seniors out there leading your way. That's got to give you an easier feeling heading into the first game of the season, like this game against Central Lyon, George Little and the Beef Bowl.
I guess you never feel confident about anything. You just want you guys to go out there and control the things they can control and play hard every play for the whole game. And I feel good that our guys have seen it before and they've worked hard, and now it's time to play a really good Central Lyon George Little Rock team in the first game of the year, the Beef Bowl.
Let's talk about that Beef Bowl a little bit as we talk about coming in. The first game of the year, you've got those things that you got to kind of shake off the rust. When you face a team like CLGLR, you're going to get hit hard, and it's going to be a high-impact game. And what are some things that you're going to look at to get out of the Beef Bowl?
Well, we had a chance to scrimmage another team last week, West Sioux, so we did get a chance to evaluate our players against another team. But now we go against, another very, very, very good team in Central Lyon, George Little Rock. The things we're looking for is, are we doing the basics right? Are we doing the fundamentals right? Are we blocking and tackling well? Are we ending every possession with a kick? Because usually the team that blocks and tackles the best wins the line of scrimmage and has fewest mistakes wins the game.
Well, let's talk about your opponent here tonight, Central Lyon, George Little Rock. Lots of experience against the Lions over the years, but a new coach over there. And what do you think you might see out of that new-look Lions?
Well, first of all, Coach Toby Lorenz and I, and Dick Noll, we went back and forth quite a few years for a long time and had a great relationship. We always rooted for each other afterwards, and I think that's going to remain the same with Coach Curtis Eben. I think he's done a great job as a defensive coordinator there and with the wrestling program, and he's an outstanding hire, and he'll do a great job. And I think he's going to bring a lot of energy to the field and do a great job.
What do you think you're going to see from the Lions offensively and defensively that might shake up your Wildcat team?
It's really kind of hard to tell right now. Yeah, I think we'll see some surprises, some things we haven't seen out of them, and then we'll see some of the same West Lyon and Central Lyon things that we've seen in the past. I think they're going to be very, very sound up front. I know they return quite a few linemen. They're always good up front. They always block extremely well. Backs always run hard. I think they have a big, strong quarterback who's played quite a few games last year returning, along with the running back that has a lot of yards returning. And so they're going to be a really good offensive team, I believe. Defensively, they've run a 4-3 the last couple of years, and they do a great job of coming off the ball and hitting you. So I'm looking for a real physical game and for a great matchup.
Well, we talk about seeing the traditional CLGLR versus West Lyon football game. We know the basics that are coming at you, and we know things are right. What are some things we might see out of the Wildcats that might keep us on our toes?
We try to do the same thing year in, year out, and we try to do the basics really well, and we'll tweak, some things based on our personnel. So there'll be a lot of things that you will see that say, yep, that's the same old team. Then you'll see a few little tweaks here and there that will hopefully help make us a better football team.
Well, we talk about adjusting throughout the game there. You just discussed a little bit of it based on personnel. Another thing that might go into it, changing up your game plan tonight. Will this weather hold out? There is that chance of rain out there. How is that going to affect your game plan?
Well, the teams that improvise and adapt the best usually, have the most success. We hope this rain and everything holds off, but we're geared. We can handle the rain and the mud. That really won't bother us. It's just the lightning will probably affect the game quite a bit.
Well, we're going into the season, the first game of the year. We don't like to talk about it too much, but going into the season, how is your team looking on the injury front?
Not too bad. If you have a few little injuries here and there, but overall we're fairly healthy.
Well, Coach, let's talk a little bit more about this. Going into the game, all the factors that are going to come in. A new coach for the Lions, they might have a few new things. The Wildcats are going to have some new things. The weather could play some factors. What are going to be the keys to coming home with a win for the Wildcats?
Yeah, like I said earlier, something I believe you have to do every game. I think you have to really block well on offense, and you have to really, tackle well on defense and flow the ball. On special teams, you have to be alert, make plays, win that part of the game, and then don't turn the ball over. And the team that has the most success doing that probably wins.
Well, Coach, we appreciate you spending the time with us here today, and we wish you the best of luck tonight.
Yep, thanks a lot.
That is the head coach of the West Lyon Wildcats, Jay Rosenboom. We'll be back with more when we return.
But I literally didn't see your text.
Pizza Ranch legends.
Like
The husband who didn't text back about supper.
probably near a text dead zone. You've heard of a text dead zone, right?
It's only a legend, but just in case, there's all kinds of husband didn't text back about supper flavor at Pizza Ranch.
I'm totally getting taco pizza!
There's all kinds of that at Pizza Ranch.
And we welcome you back to the pregame show. It's time to talk Central Lyon George Little Rock football and enter in a new era of Lions football with brand new head football coach Coach Eving. Coach, thanks for joining us.
Hey, thanks for having us.
Coach, let's talk things over here. In the off-season, Coach Toby Lorenzen stepped back from the reins, handed him over to you. You took over in the winter. How has this off-season gone for you?
It's been busy. One thing that I've learned a lot from Tobe is throughout the years, I'm just trying to follow through with what he has established here. Obviously, he's established a winning program. The tradition speaks for itself, and so there wasn't a lot of changes that we did or things that we did differently. It was just a matter of just kind of continue what he's got set in stone, and I think our staff's done a nice job. With Toby leaving, Terry Van Berkem left, and so we hired some new guys on the staff, some younger guys. So for the most part, it's just been that transition of some new staff members, but within the program, it hasn't been much different.
Well, like you said, you have been with the program as an assistant coach, lately the defensive coordinator, so you know the schedule, you know the system, you know the players. That had to ease the transition a little better.
Yeah, it did, and that's where a lot of the guys this year, we've got a lot of experience, been around them, been part of the program for a while, so that transition's been good. Like I said, I dealt with a lot of these guys, from the defensive standpoint and a little bit from the offense standpoint, and so this transition's been pretty easy with the kids, and overall, like I said, it hasn't been much different besides Tobe isn't standing around, I guess, with blowing the whistle.
Well, let's talk a little bit about the off-season program, the summer camp, obviously SDSU in there as well. Tell us a little bit about how the off-season program and summer lifting and camps have gone.
Yeah, it's been a good summer. We had I think about 90 kids show up to lifting, and overall 9 through 12. So it was a great off season. Those kids, they work hard. They show up every morning at 7 o'clock. Some drive from a far distance away. Some live in town, but overall, it's still a huge commitment for those kids to get up, show, and put their workout clothes on and get to work. It's a great group of kids that have done that this summer. Leading into, we knew that first half of summer leading into that SDSU camp was a big week for us. Not only for a lifting standpoint, but also for some of our summer football program that we've really pushed a lot more with the kids this year because of running a new offense on the varsity level on down. It was kind of a transition for that, so we expect a lot more of the kids in the football standpoint along with their lifting.
Well, finally, we're through all that preseason stuff. We're through all these summer camps, and we're done hitting each other. Now we move on. It is your first game as the head coach, but as a player, you've been here. As an assistant coach, you've been here. Now the head coach, you get to start things off with the tradition of the Beef Bowl.
Yeah, it's a tremendous tradition that has built up throughout the years. We stayed away from each other in the classifications, and so the Beef Bowl has been a game one setting for a long time, as long as basically as I've been around here. So as a player or as a coach, so it's one of those things that we both know. Each program knows it's game one. There's going to be mistakes. You try to limit mistakes, but both programs at the end of the day are going to get better from playing each other, and that's it's just traditionally that's how it's gone. There's years that's ups and downs for both programs, and you bounce back and make your teams better the next week, and that's something that I think both Jay and I are focusing on this first game, and we'll see, and that's just part of the tradition that has been built.
Well, let's talk about your opponent. You talk about head coach Jay Rosenboom over there. He's going to bring at you everything he's got. He's got experience on his side over there with some of his players, multiple starters returning, and he's definitely going to bring the West Lyon away. What do we expect to see from the Wildcats?
Yeah, you're right, Joel. They got deep tradition over there, and their tradition is to pound the football at you. And we expect that. We expect those. They got their whole backfield basically returning besides one kid. So they got good guys in that backfield, and we got to control the ball. We got to stop them up front and can kind of control that line of scrimmage from their standpoint. So they got a lot of returning starters on both sides of the ball, and they're gonna bring it, and they're gonna pound the ball in your face.
Well, let's move on. Let's talk about CLGLR. Let's talk about your team. And now that it's your team, what are some of the new things we're going to see out of this Lions offense and defense?
A little bit of, we implemented a spread offense, kind of the same thing we've done in the past. We just kind of went back to a different naming system, just try to make it a little simpler for the kids to understand. And so, but overall, it's going to be very similar offense that we ran in the past. Defensively, we're still going to run a 4-3. It's something that we traditionally have ran in the past, and the kids feel comfortable. They know it. Offensively, they had a great offseason, and at SDSU camp, having the scrimmage with Sibley cheating last week. They're kind of all fitting their roles, and we need a game like this to kind of test where we're at.
Well, we talk about the offense, we talk about the defense. In the end, it's all just the game of football, and it's who can execute better and who can do it more. One thing that might come into play here tonight, it's something that we always think about. The weather is an option. It's going to be a little humid tonight and possibly some rainy weather. How will that affect your game plan?
Again, if it rains, if it comes down a downpour, or the field gets too slick, you're gonna have to look at some of the options of the play calling on the offensive side. I feel like we got a pretty diverse offense where the weather isn't going to bother us. The passing game is the short passing game will still be efficient even if it rains. So those things are going to change. West Lyon, if it rains hard, it's probably going to be their benefit because of the amount of power football they're going to bring at us. But you can't let weather decide or impact a football game, and our kids know that. We talked about that. We played a lot of wet weather here recently. A lot of days. We moved practice one day actually to a different location. So within all that, our kids are used to the weather, and I don't think it's going to be too much of an impact on either side of the ball.
Well, it is the first game of the season. We're not sure exactly what we're expecting to see, but how is your team looking so far on the injury front?
We got hurt a little bit in the off season. Lost Tanner Vanatop. Tanner's our middle linebacker, was our kind of our quarterback on our defense last year. Was going to step in and play a little bit of offense too this year. So losing Tanner really hurt us. We lost two linebackers from last year in Riley and Jaden Baker, two very good kids, and then we had Tanner returning. So losing Tanner this summer, we actually had all three linebackers to replace. So. That hurt us. Otherwise, we're pretty much back to, to being healthy. I guess one other kid we lost was Caleb Kramer with a neck injury from this summer. It was an accident that happened outside of school, and Caleb hurt his neck, and he's not able to play football the rest of the year here. So he was our starting defensive tackle from last year. So we lost 2 kids from injury in the offseason. So those guys are done, but it's kind of the next man up, and we got to move on. And you hate to see that from those kids' standpoint, but team-wise, we move on, and the next guy's up, and we got to play football. For the rest of the team, we seem to be pretty healthy, and we got to really go through these next couple games and stay healthy. That's one of our keys to coming out of these next 2 games.
Well, you talk of the keys of this next 2 games. Let's talk about this game. What are the keys to coming away with a Lion victory?
Control the ball. We got to minimize a mistake. Last year, we did not minimize the mistakes on offense and defense. We gave big plays on defense, and in offense, we gave away big plays in the fact of interceptions and fumbles. So really need to control the ball, control the line of scrimmage, minimize our mistakes, and on offense and defense, and keep the big plays away, make them drive the field, small yardages at a time, and those are just some of the things that we as a coaching staff feel like if we can do some of those things, we're going to have a chance to win this ballgame tonight.
Well, Coach, we appreciate you spending some time with us here today, and we look forward to seeing you throughout the season. And no matter the outcome here, win or lose tonight, we want to say congratulations on your first game as a head coach.
Sounds good. Thanks, Joel. Appreciate it.
That is Central Lyon George Little Rock head football coach Curtis Eving. We'll be back with more of the pregame show when we return.
Small town values will never fade. Always finding a familiar face. A long lost friend with a helpful hand. Picking right up where you left off again. It's your hometown bank in your own backyard. With people that you trust. It's the way you like to live. It's the way you like to bank.
Premier Bank, member FDIC.
Back at Dick Null Field in Rock Rapids, getting set for the annual Lyon County Beef Bowl. You've heard from West Lyon head coach Jay Rosenboom and new Central Lyon George Little Rock football coach Curtis Eving on the pregame show. Along with Joel Viss, I'm Jay Kelly. We're getting set for the kickoff here tonight. Joel, the stands are packed, the sidelines are packed, and we're just about ready for some football Beef Bowl style. It's that time of year again.
It's a great atmosphere here, right here in Dick Null Field in Rock Rapids. The field looks fantastic out there. Perfectly cut. The painted lines are out there. And like you said, a full crowd on both sides. A great showing by all the fans that come out here. Glad they could come out and support the Beef Bowl tailgate supper as well. That went on a little bit earlier. Big thanks to the Lyon County Cattlemen for their work grilling up all the burgers and providing the food for all the fans that could come out here early.
Well, the Lions have taken the field to the tune of Metallica. The West Lyon Wildcats, their 4x4 stride right through the north end zone right now as the Wildcats approach to take the field as well. We're just about 5 minutes or so away from kickoff here at Dick Null Field in Rock Rapids, the season opener for the 2017 campaign and the first game under new head coach Curtis Eving. Not a whole lot different in the system, but we might see some kinks here and there.
Yeah, that's going to be one thing that we talked about with Curtis a little bit. He's a guy, he's from CLGLR. He played here. He was the assistant coach for so long. He was the defensive coordinator. So you're going to see a lot of the same system out there. You're just going to see a few tweaks and a little turns in there that might catch the people off guard.
Well, the West Lyon Wildcats have taken the field, so as the Wildcats line up along the sidelines for the national anthem and the opening ceremonies, we'll cut away for this break. We'll be back with the opening coin toss and the opening kickoff when we return from Dick Null Field in Rock Rapids. You're listening to Lyon Football on the Lyon Broadcast Network.
Central Lyon, setting the standard for success.
Here at Central Lyon, we offer equal opportunities in a fun learning environment.
Students K through 12 participate in a wide variety of activities in and out of the classroom.
Teachers here at Central Lyon go the extra mile to help students achieve their academic goals.
Central Lyon, setting the standard for success.
Frontier Bank proudly brings you Kasasa. What's Kasasa? It's an easy way to earn cash, no talent necessary. It's like a participation trophy, that's actually worth something. You do everyday things, we reward you in cash each month. That's free Casasa checking. Ask for free Casasa checking at Frontier Bank.
The key to victory in sports starts with a good offense, which goes along with a great defense. This concept also applies to income taxes. The best way to make sure you're properly completing the many tax forms required and to ensure you're reporting all your income and claiming all allowable deductions is to take your information to a professional. Hi, this is Carmen at DeNoble Austin & Company PC, Certified Public Accountants. We can also help you with anything that has to do with accounting. We are located in Rock Rapids and Laverne, or find us on the web at denoblepc.com.
But I literally didn't see your text.
Pizza Ranch legends.
Like I
the
was
husband who didn't text back about supper.
probably near a text dead zone. You've heard of a text dead zone, right?
It's only a legend, but just in case, there's all kinds of husband didn't text back about supper flavor at Pizza Ranch.
I'm totally getting taco pizza!
There's all kinds of that at Pizza Ranch.
Small town values will never fade. Always finding a familiar face. A long lost friend with a helpful hand. Picking right up where you left off again. It's your hometown bank. In your own backyard. With people that you trust. It's the way you like to live. It's the way you like to bank.
Premier Bank, member FDIC.
Central Lyon Community School District, setting the standard for success. Here at Central Lyon, we have a tradition of excellence and take pride in our quality education. Central Lyon has undergone many changes over the years, but our mission has remained the same: to provide an education and the opportunity for all students to become productive, lifelong learners. Our rich history combines with our state-of-the-art facilities to give students the best of both worlds. Our students have access to the newest technology, dedicated teachers, and a community that supports our efforts. Central Lyon Community School District, setting the standard for success.
Back at Dicknall Field in Rock Rapids, along with Joel Viss, I'm Jay Kelly, joining you on the Lyon Broadcast Network, set for the 2017 season opener for the Central Lyon George Little Rock football squad here tonight in the annual Lyon County Beef Bowl, as the Lions host the West Lyon Wildcats. Great rivalry, Joel, in that, if you could say it, it's a friendly rivalry, if that makes any sense. West Lyon at the 1A level, Central Lyon George Little Rock at the 2A level. Of course, they're going to duke it out here, blood, sweat, and tears on the field tonight. But after tonight, these teams, it's all about Northwest Iowa football pride after tonight.
Well, we like to say that, but there's always that hard blood that's always in there. And whether you're a purple and gold guy or a blue and white person, it's just one of those things where you always have a little bent up there behind you. So, it's there. But, yeah, absolutely. Being not in the same class where they can go their way, we can go our way, and we don't cause each other any issues, whether getting to the playoffs or not, is definitely a big help out there when it comes to this rivalry. Makes it a lot of fun, makes it great to be able to start the beginning of the season with this game out here. And as the captains meet at midfield, that's a signal that we get ready to go.
Central Lyon George Little Rock representatives at midfield include Colton Van Beek, Nick White, Ross Wiertzma, and Parker Metzger. West Lyon Wildcats won the toss, and the Wildcats have picked which goal they would like to defend. They picked the north goal to defend, so Central Lyon George Little Rock will be moving from the right to the left in your mind's eye or on your video screen. And the Lions have deferred. I should say the Lions won the coin toss and have deferred. So West Lyon will receive the ball defending the north goal, heading from the left to the right on the field.
Shaking of hands here, Jay. This is one of those things where we're going to get started here. Lions are going to play on the defensive side of the ball. West Lions going to play offensively to start things off. They want to set the tone early. They're going to come out here and show us that ground and pound running game and show us their offense. This is a big statement here for the Lions. If they can get it off to the good start, come out there and, not necessarily force a 3 and out, but if you can hold them to maybe 1 or 2 first downs and make them punt the ball away, get a stop on defense, that is really going to help us get going on the right foot here to start off the season.
Well, doing the kicking for the Lions, I believe Nate Deach is going to be out there doing the kicking for the Lions as he tees the ball up on the 40-yard line. Back deep to return for West Lyon. We've got Dylan Snyders along with, I believe that is Mason Maurer or Monty Pottebaum. Don't quite got a number there. Either way, both backs for the Wildcats standing right about their own 6-yard line. As Deach approaches, gives the ball the boot, a low line drive kick, and the 2017 season is underway into the hands of Maurer, bottled at the 12. He'll break for the left sideline out across the 20, the 25, to about the 26, where West Lyon will start 1st and 10.
Yeah, low line driving kick there for Deach. Took a bounce there, made it really hard to field that play off the grass there, allowing the coverage team to get down there. We were able to stay in our lanes nicely and keep them at the 25-yard line. Now they got to come out and be ready to go. And really, they played a scrimmage last Friday night against Sibley. Hopefully that was a good test, playing somebody new and who is ready to hit you in the mouth. But I don't know if you're ever ready for West Lyon the first time out. 1st down and 10 for the Cats. Jaden Snyder will line up in the shotgun, wing back to the right, and Pottebaum directly behind Snyder in the I formation. As Snyder with a hard count, I believe he got the Lions to jump off sides right out the gate on the game's first play. We'll wait for the official call here from the field. Well, and that's one of those things there, Jay. As you said, they are going to jump off sides right away. It's great to come out and play with the excitement, play with the emotion, but Coach Eving will always tell you, you have to be able to control those emotions out there on the field. And it's awesome that you're ready to go and fired up, but you got to pay attention and you got to be respectful of what they're going to do.
1st down and 5 for the Wildcats. Opening possession of the game from their own 30. The hand will go Pottebaum right around left end, and a nice run from Monty Pottebaum out to the 38-yard line, and a pickup of 8 on 1st down. That will be a 1st down with the 1st and 5 distance.
A big runner there, Monty Pottebaum. He has just got all sorts of size. We've watched him play for a couple years now, and normally plays out of that fullback spot. And he's just one of them guys. He's a big bruising back, but if he gets going and gets those legs churning, he can be a really good downhill runner and hard to bring down.
1st down and 10 for West Lyon from their own 38-yard line. Opening offensive possession of the game. Power I formation behind Jaden Snyder. Snyder takes a snap, hand first man through over the right side. I believe that's going to be, well, let me see as we get the number when he gets up. It is Mitchell Rentschler on the carry out to the 43-yard line.
Another tough run there. Mitchell Rentschler moving into that power back spot, and he's going to take over there. Mitch played a lot of tailback last year. This year he moves into the power back spot, a very tough spot to play for the Wildcat offense because you're going to see him a lot in the trap game and the counters.
2nd down and a long 5, short 6 for the Wildcats. Snyder will line up in the shotgun, split receiver to each side, make that twins to the right. Now from the right to the left in motion comes Dylan Snyders, and he'll take the handoff and be stuffed at the line of scrimmage around left end as the Lions pursued that nicely.
That was a great job there. The defensive end got up the field in a hurry, got him turned back towards the inside, made Dylan Snyders cut it up right back into the linebackers, and fantastic job there by the Lions on defense that time around.
3rd down and about 6. The ball spotted right on the 43-yard line for West Lyon, their own 43 on the opening possession of the night. Power I formation for Snyders, long count, fake hand up the middle, over the right side, Pottebaum. He'll be brought down by about 3 or 4 Central Lyon George Little Rock defenders, about a half-yard shy of the 1st down marker, depending on the spot.
And that's really tough there for the Lions on the defensive side of the ball. When they fake the first man, Pottebaum comes the second man through, and like I said, he just puts the head down and barrels his way through, and you almost got to wait for him as the second man through there, and that allows him to get his momentum going and able to push the pile back.
4th and half a yard for the Wildcats on their own 48. They'll go for it. Snyder will line up under center. Power I behind him. Long count. Snyder fumbles the snap. Ball hits the ground. It doesn't matter who has it because it's behind the stick. We'll see who has the official recovery, and the Lions do have the recovery, I believe. Yes, they do. So the Lions pick up the fumble. Colton Van Beek hopping on it. And that will be the first turnover of the night, and a 1st down and 10 for the Lion offense in Wildcat territory.
Wow, what a great time there for a miscue by the Wildcats, something that you didn't expect to see out of that senior quarterback. 4th down, they're trying to get the hard count, weren't going to get it. Mishandled of the snap, it hits the ground there. Lions able to jump on top of it. Great starting field position. You start your season inside of the opponent's territory. Now you got to show what your offense can do.
1st down and 10 for the Lions on their opening offensive possession. 5 wide, empty backfield with Lucas Nagel by his lonesome. Nick White will come in motion left to right. He'll take the hand and be dropped for a loss of about 5 or 6 yards all the way back at the Central Lyon George Little Rock 47-yard line.
Yeah, Corbin Gramstad came through the line of scrimmage there virtually untouched right there and just waiting for Nick White. That kind of offense right there, when you're bringing the man in motion, you're running to the sidelines like that, it's really got to be blocked well up front, because if not, you're going to lose a lot of yards.
2nd down and 15. Central Lyon George Little Rock on their opening offensive possession of the night from their own 47. We are scoreless so far. Trip receivers left, a single to the right. Lucas Nagel will line up in the shotgun formation, take the snap, quick pass, left side, catch is made at the 46 of West Lyon by Carter Krull, and it will be enough for about a 6-yard gain, 7-yard gain, and a 3rd down and about 8 coming up for the Lions.
You know, a quick little pass there to Krull. He did a good job. He just ran down there, turned around, nice little stop route. Made the catch, took the hit right away, and got what he could there. Makes it down there, 3rd down and 8 now. Lions got to do something good here. If they can get into a 4th and short situation, obviously a chance to go for it in West Lyon territory.
On 3rd down and 8 from the 46 of the Wildcats. Nagel in the shotgun, calls it out, takes a snap, dropping back under pressure. Nagel over the middle, and the catch made by Nick White or incomplete. We'll see. No, they're going to say he trapped it at the 35-yard line. A trap called, so now a 4th and 8 coming up for the Lions. Ball spotted on the West Lyon 46-yard line.
Now this is one of those things where you saw West Lyon go for it around midfield. You're on the other side of the 50-yard line there. Traditionally, Central Lyon, George Little Rock going to go for it on this, and that looks like the call here again.
They will line up to go for it as Nagel will line up in the shotgun. White a wingback to the right side, twin receivers to each side. Nagel takes the snap, rolls out right, and just a little pooch punt. And, boy, he got a hold of that one. That one's going to roll in the end zone for the touchback. Not sure he wanted to kick it that hard, but nonetheless, West Lyon will take over 1st and 10 from their own 20. So the Lions go 3 and out on their opening offensive possession. West Lyon with a fumble on 4th down on their opening offensive possession.
You know, right there, I like the pooch kick there and bringing Nagel into that situation. West Lyon does that a lot with Jaden. He's very capable of being the punter back there, but also draws the defense. They got to play honest, and it takes away the return ability and the return threat.
1st down and 10, West Lyon Wildcats. Possession number 2 for the Wildcat offense. Power I formation behind Snyder in the backfield from their own 20. Snyder takes a snap, hands left side. Here's Rentschler, huge hole, and he's off to the races. Mitch Rentschler down the sidelines into Lyon territory, dragged out of bounds at about the 43-yard line of Central Lyon George Little Rock.
Big run there, 37 yards right off the bat for Mitch Rentschler, and that's just something that West Lyon's able to do with that big 3-headed monster. They get you in that mode where they're just beating on you and they're beating on you, and then all of a sudden they catch you guessing. You guess the wrong running back, and that opens up a big hole there. And Mitch Rentschler, those guys are fast enough and big enough they can burn you.
8:32 left to play in the opening quarter. Scoreless so far, and West Lyon on their 2nd offensive possession on the move. 1st and 10 from the Lyon 43-yard line. Snyder with the power eye behind him takes the snap and the hand right up the middle. Monty Potabom, and Potabom will rumble for about 10 yards, breaking through some forearm tackles, and Potabom's going to carry all the way down to the 25-yard line.
Another tough run there. Once again, you can't tackle up around the shoulder pads, Jay. You got to get low on these guys. You got to take them down. You got to wrap them up and at least hang on to them and allow for help to come. Because if you're just reaching for the shoulder pads, trying to drag them down by a jersey, these guys are just too strong to let you do that.
1st down and 10, West Lyon. Ball spotted on the 24 of Central Lyon George Little Rock. 8:15 left in the opening quarter. Scoreless so far. Jaden Snyder under center, power I formation behind him on 1st and 10. Snyder takes a snap, pitch out right side. This to Snyder's, and a good block, but a flag coming in. They're going to call a hold, I believe, on that outside block. I should have said a nice hole for Snyder's, and he'll be brought down at the 17, but I believe this one's going to come back.
Yeah, it looks like there's a holding call right off the bat from the sideline judge. He called it right off the bat, threw the flag right away. Got to keep your hands inside. Can't be holding on to those guys, keeping them away. And the best thing you can do if you're a CLGLR player is you got to try and get away from that block. When you're out there on that, holding's going to happen with a wide receiver out there. The thing is if the defensive back tries to get away from it and can show the hold versus just standing there and taking it.
So following the penalty now, a first down and 20 for West Lyon. The ball spotted on their own, or I should say on the Lyon 34-yard line. With 7:52 left in the opening quarter, clock on the move. We're scoreless so far. Snyder in the shotgun, Pottebaum to his right, and Snyder will fake the hand to Pottebaum, keeping himself up the middle, break out right side. Snyder's on the move, across the 20, down to the 19-yard line, and a nice pickup on first and long.
Jaden Snyder, 15-yard run there, going to get them down into second down and short, and there's too many weapons there for West Lyon. They've already shown that they can use 4 different guys at any time, and each one of those guys able to break some tackles and break off some big yards out there. Lions are really going to have to dig their heels in and play some sound defense here and try and get a stop.
Second and 5 for the Wildcats. Ball spotted on the 19 of Central Lyon George Little Rock. 7:05 left in the opening quarter. Clock on the move. We are scoreless so far. Snyder in the shotgun, split receiver to each side. Pottebaum stands to his left, and now a delay of game going to be called on the Wildcats here.
Right now, so far, the miscues are going in the Lions' favor. They're West Lyon. They've had a fumble. They had a holding. Now a delay of game here. Going to push them back here. Second down and 10 now coming for the Wildcats. Going to change up their play calling, but definitely still in good position there as they're inside the 25-yard line. On second down, they've got plenty of times because you know they're going to go for it on fourth down that close to the end zone.
Second down and 10 for the Wildcats. Ball spotted on the Lion 24. Power I formation behind Snyder's. He barks out the signals, takes a snap, hands Rentschler over the left side, tiptoes through the hole. Not a whole lot doing, but a tough 3 yards on the carry to the 22.
There's that counter play that you're going to see a lot out of West Lyon. That is their bread and butter. They're working it, working those guys back and forth on the inside of the tackles. And that time, Lions doing a good job of stepping up. Matuska in there, as well as Nagel, along with those defensive linemen, doing a good job of knocking them down early.
Ball officially spotted on the Central Lyon George Little Rock 21. It is 3rd and 7 for West Lyon. Snyder in the shotgun, Pottebaum to his left. Split receiver wide to each side as Snyder takes a snap, rolls out left side, looking to pass downfield, lets it go, has a man, catch is made for the Wildcat touchdown. A leaping catch on the play by Micah Meyer, and from 21 yards out, the Wildcats strike first with 6:16 left in the opening quarter.
The Wildcats don't pass often. When they do, they're always going to be looking for Micah Meyer. He's their big hands play guy, and you saw it right there. The pass wasn't the greatest throw out there, but he's able to go up and get it, keep his balance, and get himself into the end zone for 6.
21-yard touchdown reception for Meyer. Point after attempt coming up, and doing the kicking for West Lyon will be Malachi Van Wy. As he'll step it off, pardon me, that's Jaden Snyder that's going to do the kicking. Van Wy will do the holding as Snyder boots, and it's up and through. 6:16 left to play in the opening quarter from Dick Null Field in Rock Rapids. 7-0, West Lyon leading Central Lyon George Little Rock. This is Lyon football on the Lyon Broadcast Network.
The key to victory in sports starts with a good offense, which goes along with a great defense. This concept also applies to income taxes. The best way to make sure you're properly completing the many tax forms required and to ensure you're reporting all your income and claiming all allowable deductions is to take your information to a professional. Hi, this is Carmen at DeNoble Austin & Company PC, Certified Public Accountants. We can also help you with anything that has to do with accounting. We are located in Rock Rapids and Laverne, or find us on the web at denoblepc.com.
Back at Dick Null Field in Rock Rapids, 6:16 left to play in the opening quarter. 7-0, the West Lyon Wildcats leading the Lions of Central Lyon George Little Rock. 21-yard touchdown pass on third down from Jaden Snyder to his receiver, Micah Meyer, for the 21-yard score for the Wildcats. Snyder adding the own extra point. On the ensuing kickoff, Snyder will do the kicking. Ball teed up on the 40-yard line. Back deep to return for Central Lyon George Little Rock. You've got Nick White and I believe Colton Van Beek. As Snyder gets a signal from the official, approaches and gives the ball the boot. A high end-over-end kick. Looks like White will call for it at the 15. Up to the 20, breaking for the sidelines and pushed out of bounds at the 23-yard line where the Lions will start 1st and 10.
Well, the last offensive possession didn't go very well, Jay Kelly. We went 3 and out there, showed some nice things out there, but showed some weaknesses as well. One of those things is you got to do is you got to come back from that offensive set and improve on that. Obviously, the coaches are watching each and every play out there. They can take a look at it. The offensive lineman can see what West Lyon's going to do. Coach Postman's got to be in their ear. As soon as they got off the field, I'm sure he was telling them what the adjustments they need to make. And here we need to come out here and trying to establish a drive. The best thing you can do is work some time off the clock and keep that West Lyon offense off the field.
Second crack at it for the Lyon offense. They'll go from their own 23. Nagel in the shotgun, man in motion from the right to the left. The fake to the motion man right up the middle to Van Beek. He'll be hit at about the line of scrimmage and really no gain on the play on first down.
Yeah, Nick White doing everything he can just to get back to the line of scrimmage on that one. Just too much pressure in the backfield right off the bat there by the Wildcats. Their defensive line is winning the battle up front. They're getting in there. The first guy might not be making the tackle, but he's disrupting the play enough where the Lions are starting to fight and claw just to get back to the line of scrimmage.
5:45 left to play in the opening quarter. 7-0. West Lyon out in front. Second down and 10 for Central Lyon George Little Rock from their own 23. Nagel in the shotgun, trip receivers right, a single to the left as Nagel takes a snap, hand to Van Beek up the middle, breaks it out left side and can't shake the tackle, knocked out of bounds at about the 25, maybe the 26, so a tough few yards for Van Beek on the carry.
Yeah, Colton Van Beek doing what he can just to get positive yards out of that one, but there's just tons of pressure coming from the defense of the Wildcats. They swarm to the ball. First, those defensive linemen, they're getting deep into the field. They're winning the battle up front. That's always a talk here in the Beef Bowl. Who wins the battle in the trenches? And then those linebackers for the Wildcats are just swarming after it.
Third down, and we'll call it 8 for the Lions. Ball spotted on their own 25. Nagel in the shotgun, twin receivers to each side. Van Beek stands up to his right. Now White across in motion left to right. Nagel dropping back to pass, lets it go down the left sideline. Had his man had a step, but just overthrown. That was Zed Hymanson, the intended receiver.
Yeah, just led him a little bit too far on that one. Had to get rid of it a lot quicker than he wanted to. Once again, the pressure by the Wildcat defense all over in the backfield there. Lions got to sure things up on the offensive line if they want to have any more success throughout the night.
Another 3 and out for the Lions. It will be 4th and 8 from their own 25. And it looks like Deach will do the punting for the Lions, lining up on his own 13-yard line with 4:47 left in the opening quarter. Snap is clean, and the punt is off. A high end-over-end punt, and will be fielded at the 35-yard line. Breaking for the left sideline is Malachi Van Wy, and he'll be stuffed at about the 49 of West Lyon. So once again, the Wildcats going to take over near midfield already with a 7-0 lead.
Nice job there by Trey Murray, getting down the field in a hurry. He's the first guy down there. He's fast as anyone out there. He can run the ball. He's a great running back. He's a backup running back. But on that special teams, he gets down there, does a great job of getting to the ball carrier and trips him up and knocks him down.
4:36 left in the opening quarter. 7-0, West Lyon with the lead. And the Wildcats with the possession, their third offensive possession of the game so far. First down and 10 from their own 48-yard line. Snyder will go in the shotgun. Potabom standing to his right. Twin receivers left. A single to the right as Snyder drops back to pass. Slant route over the right side and nicely defended by the Lions on the play. Micah Meyer, the intended receiver. And I believe coming in to make the play was Carter Krull. Put a nice hit on him right as the ball got there.
Yeah, Carter doing a nice job. He's coming up there. If he's got a little bit quicker step, he might step in there and try and intercept it. Nonetheless, he makes contact. Him and Micah definitely make contact, heavy contact, but it was right as the ball got there. The timing was perfect, and he jarred it loose, and it falls incomplete.
Second down and 10 for West Lyon. Ball spotted on their own 48. Twin receivers right, a single to the left. Snyder in the shotgun again. Potabom to his left. Snyder will drop straight back to pass. Let it go down the left sideline and nicely defended again by the Central Lyon George Little Rock defense. And this time along, I believe it was Hymanson on the defense on the left side.
Yeah, Zed Hymanson does a nice job out there. He's really starting to develop himself into a good player. Last year, his season got cut short because of an injury. But really came back strong in the basketball season. Came out here. He's been fighting kind of a sore back over the last couple weeks out there, but out there here tonight and playing strong there. He's got to be one of our number one corners.
Third down and 10 for West Lyon from their own 48. Twin receivers right, a single left. Snyder in the shotgun. Potabom to his left. Potabom will take the hand, around right end, cut it back up the middle. Potabom just keeps those big legs churning. He'll get a first down all the way up to the 39-yard line of Central Lyon George Little Rock.
Wow, that's just tough running right there. That's 13 yards. He was actually got about 5 yards deep before the initial contact there, and then 2 to 3 missed tackles by that Lion defense, and just not able to miss tackles against these guys because they're going to burn you. They went from 3rd and long to 1st down and 10.
4:10 left to play in the opening quarter. Clock is on the move. 7-0. West Lyon with the advantage on Central Lyon George Little Rock. On 1st and 10 from the Lion 39, Snyder in the shotgun with Snyder's in motion. Snyder will hand Potabom up the middle. Looked like he had trouble with the snap. Either way, Potabom will carry up to the 36-yard line for a pickup of 3 on the play.
You might have to consider that a toss out there, Jay, because I think he was going to go for the handoff. He bobbled the ball, and it actually came free, and as Potabom was coming through, he just kind of caught it in midair and kept the ball going forward.
2nd down and 7 for West Lyon. The ball spotted on the 36 of Central Lyon George Little Rock. With 3.5 minutes left in the opening quarter and the clock on the move, West Lyon looking to add to their 7-0 lead. Power I formation behind Snyder in the backfield as Snyder calls it out, takes a snap, hands Rentschler up the middle, and Rentschler will be stood up right about the line of scrimmage. Maybe a gain of 1 on forward progress, but that's about all they're going to give him.
Yeah, that's a nice job there by Central Lyon George Little Rock. They did a good job there. He hit the hole extremely hard, but the defensive lineman able to stand him up, wait for the linebackers to come and finish him off, and only allowing him 1 yard.
3rd down, we'll call it about 5 for West Lyon with the ball spotted just inside the 35-yard line of Central Lyon George Little Rock. 2:50 left to play in the opening quarter. 7-0 Wildcats on top here in the annual Lyon County Beef Bowl. Power I formation behind Snyder as Snyder takes a snap, rolls out right side, looking to pass over the middle, has a man, and the catch is made by Van Wy at the 26-yard line. Colton Van Beek was there on the coverage. Van Wy made the catch, and it's a 1st down for the Wildcats.
9-yard reception there. Nice job there by Jaden Snyder. Really sells on that play action pass. When you have a running game as good as they do, it's really hard for the Lions defense to not bite on that. He rolls out nicely and finds Van Wy cutting across the field and puts it right on the money.
1st down and 10. West Lyon just outside the 25-yard line of Central Lyon George Little Rock. 2:20 left to play in the opening quarter. Clock continues to move. 7-0. West Lyon with the advantage and looking for more. Twin receivers right, a single to the left. Snyder in the shotgun will take the snap and fake the hand, keeping himself right up the middle. Huge hole, and Snyder will walk into the end zone for the Wildcat touchdown from 25 yards out. It's a 13-0 lead for West Lyon.
Wow, really good there. You know, that's just the experienced quarterback in Snyder out there. They're running that zone read, and that's all on him. When he sits there, he's actually got the ball in Potabom's arm. He's reading the defensive end. The end comes up to take the running back. He pulls it free and has a clear lane to the end zone. 25 yards for Jaden Snyder, and the Wildcats are up by 2 scores.
Snyder looking to add with the extra point. Van Wy will do the holding on the extra point. As Van Wy checks with Snyder, the snap is good, the hold is down, the kick is up, and the extra point, it is good. 2:04 left to play in the opening quarter, 14-0. West Lyon leading Central Lyon George Little Rock from Dick Null Field in Rock Rapids. This is Lyon football on the Lyon Broadcast Network.
Frontier Bank proudly brings you Kasasa. What's Kasasa? It's an easy way to earn cash, no talent necessary. It's like a participation trophy that's actually worth something. You do everyday things, we reward you in cash each month. That's free Kasasa checking. Ask for free Kasasa checking at Frontier Bank.
Back at Dick Null Field in Rock Rapids, along with Joel Viss, I'm Jay Kelly here on the Lyon Broadcast Network. 2:04 left to play in the opening quarter, the annual Lyon County Beef Bowl. Central Lyon George Little Rock trailing West Lyon by a score of 14-0. And the latest damage done by Jaden Snyder, a 25-yard touchdown run. Adds his own point after his second extra point of the night and his second score of the night, the first coming on a Snyder touchdown pass.
Snyder is so good out there. Like I said, you know, we knew the experience coming in. They're so senior dominant out there, and not just seniors that are dominant, but seniors with 3 years of playing experience and guys that really know how to get things done on the field out there. Wildcats, very tough out there. Lions got to look to not hang their heads and see if they can keep themselves in this ballgame.
Ensuing kickoff, a high end-over-end kick fielded by White at the 14. Nice hole for Nick White across the 25, out to the 27, maybe the 28, where the Lions will start 1st and 10. still looking for their first down of the night here. This will be their third offensive possession.
You know, it's one of those kicks out there where it's not the deepest kick in the world. You know, it's getting up there, and we're catching it outside the 10-yard line. But the thing is, it gets so high and it hangs in the air so long, it allows the coverage team to get down there and really get after our return guys, not allowing us to break anything big.
Ball spotted on the 28-yard line of Central Lyon George Little Rock, where the third offensive possession of the night will take place. Trip receivers wide right, single to the left. Nagel in the shotgun, calls it out, takes a snap, hands to White right up the middle, and the carry up across the 30 to the 33-yard line. Pardon me, that wasn't White on the carry. That was Parker Netton on the carry to the 33-yard line.
You know, and that was a nice run right off the bat there for Parker coming into the game. And that was the first time the Lions haven't gone for like a motion man out there. They didn't try and sneak something through at the fake. They just went right at West Lyon, down blocking by that offensive line and able to get some positive yards.
Second down and about 5 for Central Lyon George Little Rock. The ball just outside their own 32-yard line. Nagel in the shotgun, trip receivers right, a single left. Nick White in motion, right to left. Nagel will keep it over the left side. Nice read by Nagel as he'll cross the 35 out to the 36, maybe the 37, and some good yards on second down.
You know, and that was a good job there by Lucas. As you said, the read was there. He knew when to keep the ball, found the hole, and as he gets to it, almost has it stripped away by the linebacker, but does a good job of getting two hands on it, covering up, and maintaining the possession. Now you sit there with 3rd down and 1.
Just across the Central Lyon George Little Rock 37-yard line as we approach. Well, we've got 1:14 left in the opening quarter. Clock is currently stopped. Trip receivers wide right, a single to the left. Nagel in the shotgun with Netton to his right. Nagel calls it out, takes a snap, quick pass right side, batted down by the defensive line of West Lyon. And one of the big boys up front, I believe that was Corbin Gramstead, got the big paw up there and knocked it right down.
Yeah, Gramstead's been just a force out there. He's been doing a great job getting some good penetration in there. And this time he didn't get to the quarterback or to the running back, but able to get his hand up and knock the ball free, forcing the Lions to punt it away once again.
4th and 1, the Lions will punt. And the snap directly to Deach, back on his own 24. Gets a nice high end-over-end punt. Fielded by Van Wy back at the 18-yard line. Van Wy will start to move forward and be brought down by a host of Lions just across the 25 at the 27. Did some sidestep dancing, but once he got moving forward, a lot of purple jerseys there to interfere.
Yeah, nice punt there that time by Deach. He was able to get that one up in the air. Once again, just like when West Lyon does it, you get it up, turn it over in the air. It doesn't have to be the deepest kick out there, but able to get up there and allow your coverage team time to get down there and try and limit the return possibilities there for the Wildcats.
58 seconds left to play in the opening quarter, 14-0. West Lyon leading Central Lyon George Little Rock. A 1st and 10 for the Wildcats. The ball spotted on their own 27 as they'll begin another offensive possession here in the first quarter. Power I formation behind Snyder. Snyder takes a snap, rolling out left side. He'll hand to Poutabaum, and Poutabaum will push the pile forward to about the 30-yard line for a pickup of 3.
You know, West Lyon is finally really starting to go back to that middle. They're trying to go back at us. They're going to pound us down the middle with the power back, with the fullback. Lions are doing a good job of standing those guys up, limiting the amount of yards, small yardage carries there. But that's what West Lyon wants you to do. They get you inside. They get you concentrating on that, and then they beat you big on the outside there. So Lions got to play sound defense here and keep on their toes.
2nd down and 7 for the Wildcats from their own 30. Snyder in the shotgun. Quarterback keep right up the middle. Breaks it out left side, and Snyder has some room to roam across the 40 out to the 42-yard line. More than enough for a 1st down, and as the chains will move with 15 seconds left, we'll see if that's the final play of the quarter.
Yeah, another nice run there, and just a great read by that quarterback, that experienced quarterback out there, able to make the right call there, knowing when to hand off and when to keep it, and just as deadly whatever way he chooses to do.
Looks like the Wildcats will be content to run the timeout on the quarter. So 1 quarter is in the books, and at the end of the first quarter of play, West Lyon leading Central Lyon George Little Rock 14-0. From Dick Null Field in Rock Rapids, you're listening to the annual Lyon County Beef Bowl right here on the Lyon Broadcast Network.
But I literally didn't see your text.
Pizza Ranch legends.
Like
the
I was
husband who didn't text back about supper.
probably near a text dead zone. You've heard of a You've heard of a text dead zone, right?
It's only a legend, but just in case, there's all kinds of husband didn't text back about supper flavor at Pizza Ranch.
I'm totally getting taco pizza!
There's all kinds of that at Pizza Ranch.
Central Lyon Community School District, setting the standard for success. Here at Central Lyon, we have a tradition of excellence and take pride in our quality education. Central Lyon has undergone many changes over the years, but our mission has remained the same: to provide an education and the opportunity for all students to become productive, lifelong learners. Our rich history combines with our state-of-the-art facilities to give students the best of both worlds. Our students have access to the newest technology, dedicated teachers, and a community that supports our efforts. Central Lyon Community School District, setting the standard for success.
Back at Dick Knoll Field in Rock Rapids, 12 minutes up on the board for quarter number 2, 14-0. The West Lyon Wildcats with the lead on the Lions of Central Lyon George Little Rock. First down and 10 for the Wildcats as we kick off quarter number 2. Ball spotted on their own 42-yard line. A Wildcat offense that's been hitting on all cylinders so far here tonight, Joel.
Yeah, the Wildcats really haven't showed. They had a few miscues early in the ballgame, that first offensive drive, but ever since then, they've really been playing strong.
Power I formation. Snyder will fake the pitch, set up a screen left side. He's got blockers for Potabom. Potabom makes a catch into Lion territory, escapes a tackle, crosses the 40, and carries out to the 39-yard line on the screen pass that every one of those Lion defensive linemen bid on.
Yeah, every one of them. They went after it, and, that's something they work on in practice all week long. They are told if it's too easy, you got to get back. If you recognize that, you've got to get yourself back into that play, into your lane, and know that that screen is coming.
First down and 10. Ball will be officially spotted on the Central Lyon George Little Rock 40-yard line. 14-0. West Lyon with the lead and looking for more as Snyder will line up in the shotgun. Snyder is in motion left to right. He'll take the hand from Snyder. Trying to stretch it out. Nicely read by Parker Netton, and Van Beek will come to finish him off, but not after a 5-yard gain for Snyder's on the carry as Netton read it, just didn't have the speed to track him down.
Yeah, and you said it there, Jay. Snyder's out there. He's one of those different style running backs. You look at Rentschler and Potabom. Those guys are big, bruising backs out there. Snyder's a little bit smaller, but he brings the speed, and if he can get to the edge, he can really burn you out there, and he did a nice job there because, as you said, Netton was there and ready to make the play. Snyder's just outran him.
Ball spotted on the 34-yard line of Central Lyon George Little Rock. Second down and 4 for the Wildcats. Power I formation behind Snyder in the backfield. Long count. Snyder takes a snap, hands on the counter over the left side, and here's Dylan Snyder's once again to the 32-yard line. Pickup of a couple, and it will set up a third down and about 1.
Yeah, what a nice run just to go away from that. You work your way to the outside there. You show Snyder's there. Then you come right back with him, except for you go inside, running that ace package, and you come right up the middle with him and show that play. And West Lyon is just doing a phenomenal job of mixing up the plays and really keeping the Lions defense guessing.
Third down and 1 for the Wildcats. Power I formation behind Snyder in the backfield. Snyder will take the snap and hand up the middle to Potabom. He'll just keep those big legs turning, and I don't think he got it. I think the line, well, maybe on forward progress he got up to the 30, but boy, he had every bit of them pushing, but the Lions were pushing back the other way. We'll wait and see where the official spot is.
Well, I think they're going to have to measure this one out there depending on the spot, and no, they're not even going to measure. They're going to say he is short, and they wind the clock and say fourth down. Potabom, good job by the Lions defense to stand him up, and what they did is they got him turned around and got his back towards the end zone there, and were able to get a good push on him and get him and push him short.
Just inside the 31, fourth and very short for the Wildcats. Snyder under center. Power I behind him. He'll hand right up the middle to the first man through. I believe that was Rentschler this time, and he'll cross the 30 to the 29 for the first down.
Yeah, Rentschler, just an easy run there for him using that power block. He exploded out of his stance, and as soon as he had the ball there, he just put the head down, pushing the pile forward. He knew he needed an inch. He ended up getting 2 yards.
First down and 10. West Lyon on the march again on the Central Lyon George Little Rock 29-yard line. 10:25 left to play in the first half. 14-0. West Lyon with the advantage on Central Lyon George Little Rock. Snyder in the shotgun this time around. Twin receivers left, a single to the right as Snyder barks it out, takes a snap, dropping back to pass. Looking right side all kinds of time, lets it go down the field, and the pass is defended nicely by Parker Netton on the coverage as he'll swat it away.
Parker had great position there. He was running side by side with the receiver there. Turned around, got a good look at it, and actually went up for it. I think he mistimed his jump there. Otherwise, he really wanted that interception there. That would have been huge for Parker to get that one. Nonetheless, he does a good job of breaking up the pass and making it fall incomplete.
Second down and 10 for the West Lyon Wildcats. Ball spotted just inside the 29 of Central Lyon George Little Rock. With 10:08 left to play in the first half, 14-0, Wildcats on top and looking for more. Snyder in the shotgun, wing back left, twin receivers left, and a single to the right as Snyder takes a high snap, corrals it, keeps it himself, breaks it out left side, trying to avoid some tackles, and he does, up the sideline to the 15-10-5, and into the end zone for the Wildcat touchdown from 29 yards out. It is Snyder on the carry.
Wow, so tough there. The Lions actually played that very well on the defensive side. The end came up, had a shot at him. He was able to put the arm out there, stiff arm him, sidestep him, not getting to him. Then he got by the linebacker, got out in the open field, and Jaden Snyder out in the open field. He's tough to beat by anybody.
9:57 left to play in the first half, and now a 20-0 advantage for the West Lyon Wildcats as we'll await the extra point try from Snyder once again, and Van Wy will do the holding. 2 running touchdowns, 1 passing touchdown. It's the Jaden Snyder show here tonight. Snap is good, hold is down, the kick is up, and the extra point is good. 9:57 left to play in the first half, 21-0. West Lyon leading Central Lyon George Little Rock from Dick Knoll Field in Rock Rapids. This is Lyon football on the Lyon Broadcast Network.
Small town values will never fade. Always finding a familiar face. A long lost friend with a helpful hand. Picking right up where you left off again. It's your hometown bank in your own backyard. With people that you trust. It's the way you like to live. It's the way you like to bank.
Premier Bank, member FDIC.
Back at Dick Knoll Field in Rock Rapids, along with Joel Viss, I'm Jay Kelly. 9:57 left to play in the opening half of play in the annual Lyon County Beef Bowl. A 21-0 advantage for the West Lyon Wildcats over the Central Lyon George Little Rock Lions. Jaden Snyder with his second rushing touchdown of the night, this time from 29 yards out to go with a passing TD as well. And it's a 21-0 lead for the Cats. Ensuing kickoff coming up, and the ball is in the air. A low line drive kick. It will go through the end zone for the touchback as the Lions let it roll through. And a first and 10 coming up for the Lion offense. Ball spotted on their own 20-yard line, and pretty much deep in their own territory is where they've started from for the most part here tonight.
Yeah, they're still looking for a first down of the ball game here. They've had 3 and outs so far. What they need to do is the Lions need to come out and establish some of their offense there. They need to start moving the ball. First of all, it's going to build you some confidence there to get you through the rest of the game. The other thing is it's got to give this defense a rest. They have just been beat on left and right by West Lyon, and the offense has got to stay out there a little bit longer and give these guys a chance.
9:57 left to play in the first half, a 21-0 advantage, and on first down for the Lions going nowhere is Nagel right away. In fact, losing a yard or two on the play.
Logan Meyer coming through, making the hit there for the Wildcats. Does a nice job of reading Nagel. Nagel had the option left or right, and chooses left, and unfortunately right into a Wildcat defender. Actually ends up losing a yard on there. Pretty slow developing there as they faked the handoff, and then the decision came just a little bit too late. Wildcats able to capitalize.
Second down, we'll call it about 11 yards for the Lions. Ball spotted right around their own 19. Nagel will line up in the shotgun. Twin receivers to each side. Van Beek stands to his left. As Nagel calls it out, takes a snap, hands Van Beek up the middle, tiptoes through traffic across the 20, out to the 23-yard line, and a nice 4-yard run for Van Beek on the carry.
Yeah, Colton Van Beek only his second run here of the ball game there, but has some nice yards. Every time he gets the ball, he's able to get really low, and he's good at getting that little cut there to get himself free and get him some positive yards. Want to see him get out in the open and get a burst of speed out there because he's got it as well.
Third down and about 7 for the Lions. Ball spotted on their own 23. As the Lions break the huddle, still plenty of time left on the play clock, inside of 10 seconds now. Nagel in the shotgun, trip receivers left, twins to the right. As a man in motion from the left to the right is Carter Krull. He'll take the hand and nothing doing there. Wildcats were able to snuff that out pretty easily. It looks like they read it real well. and the Lions be forced to punt on yet another possession again.
Yeah, Carter Krall just had no chance there on that play. As soon as he got the ball, the linebacker was up in the backfield ready to go, nobody being able to block him. When they come up in that set, they're able to get 6 to 7 guys in the box on that. They know what's coming there, and we just don't have enough guys to block it well, and Carter just had nowhere to go.
Deach on to punt once again. Will take the snap at his own 10-yard line. Low end-over-end punt fielded by Snyder's at the 50-yard line to the 45 to the 40 and out of bounds at about the 35-yard line of Central Lyon George Little Rock. So some great starting field position for the Wildcat offense once again as West Lyon will take the field 1st and 10 from their own 35.
Yeah, Snyder's did a really good job. That was a low kick, and it was kind of flopping end over end. And I thought if that thing hit the ground, we were going to get a good bounce, and it was going to roll for about 20 yards. Instead, Snyder's comes up, makes the catch there right off the grass, and gets forward there, and he picks up an extra 15 yards.
I beg your pardon. Should have said the Central Lyon George Little Rock 35, where West Lyon will be starting from. 1st down and 10. Snyder with the power eye in the backfield behind him calls it out. Long count, and I believe he got the Lions to jump off sides. Looks like Parker Netton crossed from the left end position.
Yeah, Netton trying to bring that blitz there from that linebacker spot out there, and just a little bit too early. He was trying to watch the ball. You could see it, and that's sometimes one of those things where you come across the line and you saw him hesitate to try and get back, and at that point in time, the officials make that a pretty easy call there, and they're going to get the encroachment call against the Lions.
Ball spotted on the 30-yard line of Central Lyon George Little Rock, although I believe that's the only the second penalty of the night so far for the Lions, so penalty-wise been looking pretty good. 1st down and 5 for West Lyon. Ball spotted on the 30 of Central Lyon George Little Rock. Snyder in the shotgun, Pottebaum to his right as Snyder takes a snap, quick pass, left side, catch is made in traffic by Micah Meyer. He'll split himself from the coverage and rumble for the end zone. He is in for the Wildcat touchdown. Micah Meyer from Jaden Snyder, 30 yards out to pay dirt, and the Wildcats are on the board once again.
Wow, that's just a little bubble screen right there. They bring those guys out there. He wraps around. He makes the catch there behind the other wide receivers. They get out and block. He gets in space, and he's a big, tough kid. He gets up there against your defensive backs and just kind of runs right through them and carries them the last 5 yards.
30-yard touchdown reception for Meyer, his second touchdown reception of the night. And
two catches, 2 touchdowns, 51 total yards there for Micah Meyer. Jaden Snyder now 4 of 7 throwing the ball for 78 yards and 2 touchdowns as well.
Snyder's extra point attempt is up and through. 7:46 left to play in the first half. 28-0. West Lyon leading Central Lyon George Little Rock. From Dick Knoll Field in Rock Rapids, this is Lyon football on the Lyon Broadcast Network.
Central Lyon, setting the standard for success.
Here at Central Lyon, we offer equal opportunities in a fun learning environment.
Students K through 12 participate in a wide variety of activities in and out of the classroom.
Teachers here at Central Lyon go the extra mile to help students achieve their academic goals.
Central Lyon, setting the standard for success.
Back at Dick Knoll Field in Rock Rapids, along with Joel Viss, I'm Jay Kelly. 7:46 left to play in the first half. 28-0. West Lyon leading Central Lyon George Little Rock here in the annual Lyon County Beef Bowl. And the second touchdown pass of the night from Jaden Snyder to Micah Meyer. This one from 30 yards out, the latest score for the Wildcats. As the Cats are rolling right now, Lions need to get something going offensively. Ensuing kickoff, a high end-over-end kick. Lions will watch it through the end zone, and it will go for the touchback. Lion offense will take over 1st and 10 from their own 20 with 7:46 left to play in the first half.
Yeah, definitely need some confidence out of these guys right now. They're kind of hanging their heads out there when they come out on the offensive side of the ball. They need to get some stuff going here and really move the ball down the field and give themselves a little bit of hope. Show them that they know that they can do this. They work on this in practice every day, and they just got to kind of put it all together, get the timing down, and try and get some things figured out here before the half.
Lucas Nagel in the shotgun. Van Beek stands to his left. Nagel dropping back to pass, looking over the middle. Lets it go downfield, and the catch is made at the 48-yard line into Wildcat territory. Nice leaping grab by Zed Hymanson, his second grab of the night, and he's brought down at the Wildcat 46.
Nice job there of getting it out there. Zed Hymanson has some great hands. He's able to go up and get that ball, catches it at its highest point, and he does a nice job of coming down with it, and a good recovery there by the safety because he'd fallen down momentarily, able to get up and still make the tackle. Otherwise, Zed's going off to the races.
First down and 10 for the Lions. The ball spotted on the West Lyon 46-yard line. 7:29 left in the first half. Clock is on the move. Play clock inside of 10 seconds here as the Lions hustle up to the line of scrimmage. Trip receivers right, twins to the left. Nagel in the shotgun. Man in motion left to right is Van Beek. Nagel on the quarterback keep up the middle. Nice read once again by Nagel up to the 40-yard line and a 6-yard pickup on first down.
You know, and that just shows how big of a catch that was on that last play by Hymanson, Jay. You look at that, when they come out here, they got to hurry up a little more pep in the step out there. The lineman got a little bit harder push there. You saw Nagel, he took off. He ran a lot harder than he did on that last one where he got hit back there at the 20-yard line on the previous possession out there. And that's what the Lions need. They need some good things to happen and then build on them.
Second down and 4 from the Wildcat 40-yard line. Nagel in the shotgun, takes a snap, quick pass, left side. Nick White with the catch, breaks for the sidelines, has the first down and a little more as he's clocked at the 35-yard line, but a first down nonetheless.
Lions are starting to figure some things out, and, you know, that's something that we've always talked about with the coaches in the past. Toby Lorenzen used to be one of those guys who would say it takes about 3 possessions to figure out what the other team is doing.
Looks like the Lions have called a timeout. Pardon me, I believe West Lyon called the timeout. 6:34 left to play in the first half. 28-0. West Lyon with the lead on Central Lyon George Little Rock. It is the annual Lyon County Beef Bowl from Dick Knoll Field in Rock Rapids. This is Lyon football on the Lyon Broadcast Network.
The key to victory in sports starts with a good offense, which goes along with a great defense. This concept also applies to income taxes. The best way to make sure you're properly completing the many tax forms required and to ensure you're reporting all your income and claiming all allowable deductions is to take your information to a professional. Hi, this is Carmen at DeNoble Austin & Company PC, Certified Public Accountants. We can also help you with anything that has to do with accounting. We are located in Rock Rapids and Laverne, or find us on the web at denoblepc.com.
Back at Dick Knoll Field in Rock Rapids, along with Joel Viss, I'm Jay Kelly. 6:34 left to play in the first half. 28-0. The West Lyon Wildcats with the lead on the Central Lyon George Little Rock Lions here in the annual Lyon County Beef Bowl, and the Lyon offense showing some signs of life here. A first down and 10 on the 35-yard line of West Lyon. Nagel in the shotgun, takes a snap, dropping back, throws right side and right into Jaden Snyder's hands. He's got a lot of green in front of him. Snyder bringing it back the other way to the 35, the 40, 45, 50. Down the Lyon sidelines at the 35, the 30, and all the way down to the Lyon 29-yard line where he'll be knocked out of bounds, making the 28. And, boy, Jaden just had a read on that. I think Nagel just threw it up for grabs. He was tired of waiting.
Yeah, that was just that's a tough break there. The Lions are starting to move the ball down the field, had all those positives going, and just like that, you make one little mistake there, and the Wildcats able to burn you, and they burn you big there. When Snyder gets going there, you saw him. His big playability is there. Lions lucky to keep him out of the end zone on that way, but nonetheless, great starting and field position once again for West Lyon.
First down and 10 from the Central Lyon George Little Rock 28-yard line. 6:18 left to play in the first half. 28-0 the advantage for West Lyon, and we'll see what the Wildcats do this time by. It looks like we'll start out in the power I formation behind Jaden Snyder. Snyder lines up under center, barks it out, takes the snap, and the hand, I believe, goes to Rentschler right up the tube. And he'll push the pile forward for a yard, maybe 2, but that's about all he's going to get on the carry.
Yeah, nice job there. Matt Matuska there, the middle linebacker, came up there, made a great hit, and able to stand Rentschler up after a 2-yard gain, but did a good job. Not only did he hit him and stand him up, he drove him backwards, and that's something we haven't seen very much of out of that Lion defense out there. So a good spark here yet, and showing that the Lions aren't quitting yet.
Ball spotted on the 26 of Central Lyon George Little Rock. Now a second down and 8 for the Wildcats. Snyder in the shotgun, Potabom to his right, split receiver wide to each side. As Snyder calls it out, takes a snap, hands Potabom up the middle inside the 25, and brought down at about the 22, maybe the 21-yard line. Nice yards for Potabom on the carry.
Yeah, he just bounces off people. He goes in there, and he's not afraid of any kind of contact out there, Jay. And he just starts working his way through the field. He bounces off one guy, then off the next, and always does such a great job of keeping his balance and keeping his feet going forward.
Third down and 2 for West Lyon, just inside the 21-yard line of Central Lyon George Little Rock. Snyder in the shotgun. Pottabaum to his left. Twin receivers left, a single right. Snyder drops back to pass on third down in the flat. He's got Snyder's at the 15 and brought down immediately by Nick White, but still enough for the first down. And the Wildcats will move the chains with 4:57 left in the first half.
Yeah, just a nice little 4-yard play there. Lions coming up there trying to play off on that, trying to keep away from them running right up the middle of the field, and instead they drop back in that shotgun, throw a little out pattern there to Snyder's. He gets his 4 yards and picks up a nice first down.
First down and 10. West Lyon with the ball spotted on the 15 of Central Lyon George Little Rock. 4:45 left to play in the opening half. Clock is on the move. A 28-0 lead for the West Lyon Wildcats. And the Cats are looking for more in the red zone. Snyder in the shotgun, dropping back to pass, looking right side in the end zone. And it's broken up by Nick White. Great defensive play by White. Pass was intended for Zach DeSmet, and White just got his paw in there and knocked it out.
At first there, I thought the tight end DeSmet got behind the defense there. He was behind Nick White. Nick made a great adjustment there as he saw it late and was able to use his speed to get in there and get one hand on the ball and knock it down.
Second down and 10 for West Lyon. The ball spotted on the 15 of Central Lyon George Little Rock. It's been all West Lyon here in the first half. Wildcats with a 28-0 lead. Snyder under center, power eye behind him, takes a snap, hands Pottabaum to the right side, and Pottabaum will carry to the 12-yard line or so. Tough 3 yards on second down.
Yeah, nice job there by the Lions. The defense, they've got it figured out here. Early on in the game, they were trying to tackle him up high. Him and Rentschler, they're both doing it way up high around the shoulder pads. This time they're getting low, and they're really getting to him, and that's really limited these running backs for the Wildcats. You've seen that between the Pottabaum and Rentschler. They've gone from gaining 5 to plus yards every time to now they're getting about 2 to 3.
Third down and about 6 or 7 for the Wildcats. Snyder in the shotgun. Ball spotted on the 11-yard line. Snyder takes a snap, fakes the hand to Pottabaum, keeps it himself around left side. Snyder's got the first down and more inside the 5-yard line, down to the 3 of Central Lyon George Little Rock.
Another tough run there once again. Snyder's just playing it perfectly, reading it just like he needs to do it, and picks up an easy 10 yards as he goes inside the 5-yard line. Wildcats looking to score here with just 3.5 minutes to play in the first half and trying to get to 35-0, and that'd be a bad sign. That'd really make this game go short in the second half.
First down and goal for West Lyon. The ball spotted on the 3-yard line of Central Lyon George Little Rock. Power eye behind Snyder in the backfield. Snyder barks it out, takes a snap, fakes the hand. No, he does hand to Pottabaum. Pottabaum can't quite cross the goal line, I don't think. No, they're going to stand him up just short. So he got, probably 2 3/4 yards, but he needed 3. So it will be a second and goal for the Wildcats.
Yeah, once again, the Lions are doing a great job with Pottabaum as he's getting that ball. He's one of those good running backs who just bowls his way through there, but the Lions are getting nice and low, and they're really swarming to it. You're starting to see 3 and 4 guys around the football every time they're trying to make a tackle, and those are good things that we can see and build on going into this next half.
2:48 left to play in the first half, 28-0. Central Lyon George Little Rock trailing West Lyon. We've got a timeout on the field. We'll take a timeout as well from Dick Knoll Field in Rock Rapids. You're listening to Lyon Football on the Lyon Broadcast Network.
Central Lyon Community School District, setting the standard for success. Here at Central Lyon, we have a tradition of excellence and take pride in our quality education. Central Lyon has undergone many changes over the years, but our mission has remained the same: to provide an education and the opportunity for all students to become productive, lifelong learners. Our rich history combines with our state-of-the-art facilities to give students the best of both worlds. Our students have access to the newest technology, dedicated teachers, and a community that supports our efforts. Central Lyon Community School District, setting the standard for success.
Back at Dick Knoll Field in Rock Rapids, beautiful Friday night for football and the 2017 season opener. Along with Joel Viss, I'm Jay Kelly here on the Lyon Broadcast Network. 2:47 left to play in the first half, 28-0. West Lyon with the lead over Central Lyon George Little Rock in the annual Lyon County Beef Bowl. West Lyon just burning their second time out of the first half. A second down and a goal for the Wildcats just inside the 1-yard line of Central Lyon George Little Rock. Got about half a yard to go as it looks from up here in the booth. And Snyder will line up in a shotgun. Trip receivers wide right. Pottabaum will stand to his left. Snyder takes the snap, drops back to pass, looking, cutting over the middle in the end zone is Snyder's for the Wildcat touchdown. 1-yard touchdown pass officially from Jaden Snyder to Dylan Snyders. And it's a 34-0 lead for West Lyon with 2:43 left to play in the first half.
Wow, they just make that look pretty easy out there, Jay. You know, Dylan Snyders is running his route, and Jaden drops back to pass, and all of a sudden he sees Dylan cutting across the field in a nice open lane for him to throw that football and put it right on the money.
2:43 left to play in the first half, and now the extra point to make it a 35-0 lead. Snap is good, hold is down, the kick is up, and the extra point is good. 2:43 left to play in the first half, 35-0. West Lyon with the lead on Central Lyon George Little Rock. It's the annual Lyon County Beef Bowl from Dicknall Field in Rock Rapids. You're listening to Lyon Football on the Lyon Broadcast Network.
Small town values will never fade. Always finding a familiar face. A long lost friend with a helpful hand. Picking right up where you left off again. It's your hometown bank in your own backyard. With people that you trust. It's the way you like to live. It's the way you like to bank.
Premier Bank, member FDIC.
Back at Dicknall Field in Rock Rapids, 2:43 left to play in the first half, 35-0. West Lyon with the lead on Central Lyon George Little Rock here in the annual Lyon County Beef Bowl. Ensuing kickoff coming up here from the Wildcats. A high end-over-end kick, and Van Beek's going to watch it go through the end zone, the third consecutive touchback. And the Lion offense, once again, will be starting from their own 20-yard line. And right now, Joel, if you're the Lions here, the final minutes of the first half, you just want to get something going offensively. Just get a couple of first downs and prove to yourself that you can move the ball.
Well, and they did that there on that last drive. They were able to get it down. They got that big play, the big throw right off the bat to Hymanson, and then able to put a few things together, move it down the field a little bit, and then just unfortunately ended with an interception going to Snyder. And that's something that you can build off, but it's definitely something you need to do with this 2:43. You need to actually work the clock out and not give West Lyon a chance.
As Nagel takes a snap, rolling around left end, nothing doing there, and nowhere to go. Nagel will be dropped for a yard loss back to the 19-yard line, and now a 2nd down and 11 coming up for the Lions.
You know, it's just so tough out there for Lucas right there when he's trying to make that read, and anytime he takes that ball there, the first thing he sees when he looks up is 3 white jerseys in the backfield right away, and then he's got to try and make his way through the field there. And it's just too slow in working in there, and West Lyon brings that much pressure, which makes it look that much worse out there. And just Lucas has nowhere to go on that one, and that's something that they're going to have to look at in the halftime period about trying to get him some more time.
Nagel takes a snap, drops back to pass, and it's batted down over the left side, incomplete. So a 3rd and 11 coming up as the clock will stop now with 2 minutes exactly left to play in the first half. A 35-0 lead for West Lyon over Central Lyon George Little Rock here tonight in the annual Lyon County Beef Bowl. Got a treat for the fans, at least for the Lion fans tuning in here. Coming up at the half, we'll take a trip inside the Lions Den each and every week. At the half, we'll get together with a pair of Lion seniors. And coming up tonight, Colton Van Beek and Riley Schneekloth will kick it off. Our halftime interviews coming up at the half here tonight. As a hand to Parker Netton up the middle. Netton will get about a yard to the 20-yard line, and that's it. And the Lions force the punt once again on 4th down and 10 from their own 20-yard line.
You know, and that's one of those things where that incomplete pass really hurts you there. That stopped the clock at 2 minutes, Jay. Now you get the ball going again. You basically just giving it back to him there on that 1-yard run by Parker Netton. It does get the clock going here once again, but in the same aspect, you're going to kick the ball back to them. They're going to get it at least midfield. If they can break a good return, they're going to get really deep into Lion territory. Might have a chance to score again with about a minute to play.
Deach will line up to punt it away. Gets a good snap on his own 9. Gets off a nice high end-over-end punt, a short one, but it will hop at the 47 into West Lyon territory and down at the 46 of the Wildcats. With 1:11 left to play in the second quarter, 35-0. West Lyon with the advantage on Central Lyon George Little Rock, and I'd assume pretty vanilla from the Wildcats here as we head into the half.
Yeah, you're not going to see a whole lot out of them. You're going to see some basic runs out of these guys, I would assume, unless they were able to break one free. If they can bust one and get deep into the territory, then they might take a few shots at the end zone. But other than that, like you said, Jay, you're probably not going to see anything too fancy here out of the Wildcats. and we'll see what they choose to do.
First and 10 for the Cats from their own 46. Snyder will just hand up the middle to Snyders, and he'll carry into Lion territory all the way down to the 40-yard line. Pardon me, that wasn't Snyders on the carry. Rather, it looked like on the carry for West Lyon was Logan Meyer, the sophomore, up to the 40-yard line of Central Lyon George Little Rock.
Yeah, nice run there, a 14-yard run right off the bat there, just working it in, starting to work in some of those other guys into the mix there, getting this sophomore into the ball game. And looked really good right off the bat.
First and 10, Snyder from the shotgun, dropping back to pass. Long one down the left sideline for Rentschler. He catches it for the Wildcat touchdown from 40 yards out. Cats are on the board once again. Great pass and catch for West Lyon.
Yeah, Mitch Rentschler, what a great job. You said that, the great pass, great catch. Jaden Snyder throws it down the field there, and I mean, that's, 47 yards through the air. He's lofting that one up there and puts it right at the goal line. Rentschler goes up there in a fight for it and wins the battle at the goal line there against Carter Crawl and able to drop himself into the end zone for the touchdown.
Point after attempt coming up from Snyder with 45 seconds left to play in the first half. A 41-0 advantage for West Lyon. Snyder perfect 5 for 5 on point afters so far. Pardon me, Snyder is not going to kick. It's going to be Logan Bruggeman. Hold is down, the kick is up, and the extra point is no good, wide right. 45 seconds left to play in the first half. 41-0. West Lyon leading Central Lyon George Little Rock from Dick Null Field in Rock Rapids. This is Lion football on the Lion Broadcast Network.
Frontier Bank proudly brings you Kasasa. What's Kasasa? It's an easy way to earn cash, no talent necessary. It's like a participation trophy that's actually worth something. You do everyday things, we reward you in cash each month. That's free Kasasa checking. Ask for free Kasasa checking at Frontier Bank.
Back at Dick Null Field in Rock Rapids, 45 seconds left to play in the first half. 41-0. West Lyon with the lead on Central Lyon George Little Rock here in the annual Lyon County Beef Bowl. Squib kick from Bruggeman, and it will be fielded by Van Beek off the hop at the 10 to the 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. And Van Beek breaks a tackle at the 45 into Wildcat territory down to the 47-yard line of West Lyon, where the Lions will take over offensively. First down and 10 from the West Lyon 47-yard line.
What a great return there by Colton Van Beek. And, Jay, we talked about him earlier. He's only had a couple runs, and it's been in between the tackles. He's really had to dice his way through to get what yards he can. We talked about if we can get him in the open field, he can do some really good things, and he just showed it there.
First down and 10. Nagel will line them up in the shotgun formation. Trip receivers wide left, twins to the right. 5 wide as Nagel will call it out from the shotgun. Man in motion is Van Beek right to left. Nagel's going to be dropped at the line of scrimmage, but I believe White tried to go in motion as well, and we're going to get a false start or illegal motion on the Lions here.
Yeah, illegal motion there on the Lions. Illegal shift. 2 guys going in motion at the same time. You saw both wing backs. Not sure which one was supposed to be going there. That's going to get the penalty here. We'll see if West Lyon chooses. There was no gain on the play, so they might even accept the play.
And the Cats will refuse the penalty with 31 seconds left in the first half. 41-0. Central Lyon George Little Rock trailing West Lyon as the official winds the clock once again. And the Lions don't seem to be in any hurry on the field and don't want to use any of the timeouts just yet. Twin receivers to each side as Nagel takes a snap, hands to Van Beek up the middle, crosses the 45 to the 43-yard line, and a 5-yard pickup for Van Beek on the carry. Inside of 10 seconds, we'll see if the Lions try to get another playoff, and it looks like they'll just eat it and take it to the half here tonight. So at the half, it's been all blue and white. 41-0, the West Lyon Wildcats leading the Central Lyon George Little Rock Lions in the annual Lyon County Beef Bowl. Stay tuned. We'll have the halftime report when we return from Dick Null Field in Rock Rapids. You're listening to Lion Football on the Lion Broadcast Network.
But I literally didn't see your text.
Pizza Ranch legends.
Like
the husband who didn't text back about supper.
Probably near a text dead zone. You've heard of a text dead zone, right?
It's only a legend, but just in case, there's all kinds of husband didn't text back about supper flavor at Pizza Ranch.
I'm totally getting taco pizza!
There's all kinds of that at Pizza Ranch.
The key to victory in sports starts with a good offense, which goes along with a great defense. This concept also applies to income taxes. The best way to make sure you're properly completing the many tax forms required and to ensure you're reporting all your income and claiming all allowable deductions is to take your information to a professional. Hi, this is Carmen at DeNoble Austin & Company PC, Certified Public Accountants. We can also help you with anything that has to do with accounting. We are located in Rock Rapids and Laverne, or find us on the web at denoblepc.com.
Central Lyon Community School District, setting the standard for success. Here at Central Lyon, we have a tradition of excellence and take pride in our quality education. Central Lyon has undergone many changes over the years, but our mission has remained the same: to provide an education and the opportunity for all students to become productive, lifelong learners. Our rich history combines with our state-of-the-art facilities to give students the best of both worlds. Our students have access to the newest technology, dedicated teachers, and a community that supports our efforts. Central Lyon Community School District, setting the standard for success.
Small town values will never fade. Always finding a familiar face. A long lost friend with a helpful hand. Picking right up where you left off again. It's your hometown bank in your own backyard. With people that you trust. It's the way you like to live. It's the way you like to bank.
Premier Bank, member FDIC.
Central Lyon, setting the standard for success.
Here at Central Lyon, we offer equal opportunities in a fun learning environment.
Students K through 12 participate in a wide variety of activities in and out of the classroom.
Teachers here at Central Lyon go the extra mile to help students achieve their academic goals.
Central Lyon, setting the standard for success.
Frontier Bank proudly brings you Kasasa. What's Kasasa? It's an easy way to earn cash, no talent necessary. It's like a participation trophy that's actually worth something. You do everyday things, we reward you in cash each month. That's free Kasasa checking. Ask for free Kasasa checking at Frontier Bank.
Back at Dicknall Field in Rock Rapids at the half, it's all blue and white here tonight, 41-0. West Lyon with the advantage on Central Lyon George Little Rock in the annual Lyon County Beef Bowl, here to kick off the 2017 football season. And like we said, it's been all Wildcats in the first half, as is the case with the scoreboard, 41-0 at the half. The Lyon County Riverboat Foundation presentations going on at the half. Another highlight of the annual Lyon County Beef Bowl is the riverboat presentations, and certainly a lot of good causes helped out by the foundation.
Yeah, that Riverboat Foundation, I mean, they help out everybody. Obviously, right now you're seeing them. They're presenting the checks to the three schools around here, Central Lyon, George Little Rock, and West Lyon, all getting their checks out here at on the field out there. And what a great organization. They're really doing some great things with that Riverboat Foundation. And they also help with so many different organizations around the counties, around the area here. And just a fantastic organization helping everybody out.
Well, as far as the game itself, it's been a struggle for the Lions early on, and I think this was expected from the Lion fan base, as to there was a whole lot of questions at the beginning of the year what to expect from these guys. But this year is going to be a marathon and not a sprint for this Lion football team. A lot like last year's team. You're not going to be allowed to judge this team based on this first game. You're gonna want to wait until week 8, week 9 to reserve your judgment, and then look back on the season. And I think if this team can be where last year's team was by week 9, we'll be awfully happy with this ball club.
Yeah, with these guys out there, you got a lot of kids out there that don't have substantial playing time on the field there for the Lions. And you're playing a team in West Lyon who has experience all over the field. They're senior dominated. I mean, on defense, they start all 11 seniors out there. So, I mean, that is just huge. You cannot replace that kind of experience out there. And not only you talk about seniors and those guys out there that are playing, but a lot of these seniors have played for 3 years. They were playing as sophomores here, and we saw the spark from these guys back in that time, and they deserve to play as sophomores. But now this is their time, they feel, for the Wildcats. They feel it's their time to step up and really make a statement out there, and that's something they're looking forward to. And, you're looking at the experience of West Lyon and the inexperience for the Lions out there, and it's just such a huge step to try and overcome in that varsity football action here at the high school level. And it's just one of those things that it's really tough. And, obviously you're going to hear the things, it's a first-year coach. You got different kids. We still don't make excuses for it out there, and for what's going on. We still have the expectations. We expect them to perform. We expect them to go through the plays and run the plays like we work on them, and that's something you're going to see. If you remember last year during the Beef Bowl, we got beat up on pretty bad by West Lyon then too, and it ended up turning out okay for us in the end.
It was a great measuring stick and a great lesson right out the gate for the Lions. Of course, a lot more mistakes, it seemed like, last year than we've had this year. Only a handful of penalties in that first half, and other than that, now granted, the offense didn't have a whole lot of opportunities to make any mistakes. I mean, a lot of 3-and-outs there in that first half, but nonetheless, if you're looking to pull positives, not a whole lot of penalties, and that's something very rare for an opening night game. Yeah,
they're definitely they're working hard out there. They're still playing hard. You saw that too, even down there at the end. When you get down and there's only a few minutes left, and they hit a couple big plays on us to get in the end zone and really stretch the score out. Kids are still playing hard, all the way through the half, and they're going to go into halftime. And they were able to move the ball a little bit, did some more positive things there later on in the second quarter. And I think that's something that they can build on and work on, and that's something that they're going to have to do. Obviously you're down 41-0 at the half. This game is most likely out of reach. If it's not, West Lyon really needs to do some checking there if it is not out of reach. Nonetheless, you got to come out here and play like it's 0-0. Try and win the second half and really build, and you start looking ahead to next week and use this as a practice session to start fixing the things that you did wrong in the first half.
And when you're an inexperienced team, any second that you're out there on that field is going to be beneficial to you, and the Lions will definitely take advantage of whatever time they can get out of the second half. Now, obviously it's going to be running time for the bulk of the second half unless the Lions can put together a score and an extra point, but until that time, they're looking at running time in the face. So use this time, like you said, Joel, as a practice session. Don't get down on yourselves. Just figure out what you need to do to improve and apply that to each and every play. And that's going to be the story for this Lion football team, I think, this year is just improving with each and every play out there.
Yeah, and you got to look here where the Lions are probably going to play a lot of their starters here in the second half, as you said, to try and work on some things and really improve throughout the second half. You expect the Wildcats, you saw it a little bit there at the end of the second quarter. Coach Rosenboom, he's going to start filtering in those younger players. He's going to start getting some of those substitutions in there, and that might create the opportunities as they get some of the substitutions and the backups in there. That'll give you your opportunities to have some success there on the offensive side of the ball or in the defensive side, and you really got to use those things, as you said, Jay, to learn.
41-0, that is the score here at the half as the Lyon County Riverboat Foundation checks presentations taking place down on the field here tonight as a part of the annual Lyon County Beef Bowl. Coming up next at the half, we'll take a trip inside the Lions Den. We got a pair of seniors to visit with, and our first two seniors of the season, Colton Van Beek and Riley Schneekloth. They'll be coming your way next on the Halftime Report as we continue our live coverage of the annual Lyon County Beef Bowl from Dicknall Field in Rock Rapids. You're listening to Lion Football on the Lion Broadcast Network.
But I literally didn't see your text.
Pizza Ranch legends.
Like
the
I was
husband who didn't text back about supper.
Probably near a text dead zone. You've heard of a text dead zone, right?
It's only a legend, but just in case, there's all kinds of husband didn't text back about supper flavor at Pizza Ranch.
I'm totally getting taco pizza!
There's all kinds of that at Pizza Ranch.
And welcome back to another season of Central Lyon George Little Rock football. It's once again time to go inside the Lions Den, where each and every week we get a little bit closer look at some of our CLGLR football players. Today we're being joined by Riley Schneekloth. Riley, thanks for joining us. Hey. Riley, let's talk a little bit about your home life. Let's start some things off. Tell us a little bit about your parents and what they do.
My mom, Cheryl, she's a manager at Golden Plum Industries in Laverne, Minnesota. And my dad, Brian, is a hog manager at New Horizon Farms in Shelton, Iowa.
Well, let's go on to the football field. Let's talk about it. It's your senior season here at CLGLR. Tell us a little bit about the positions you play and some of the responsibilities you have.
I'm mainly an offense guy. I play center, so my responsibilities are to get the ball to the quarterback every play, recognize the defenses, and just call blitzes and block. So
basically, you're the captain of the offensive line. Well, as the captain of the offensive line and a captain around here, you obviously have some goals going into the season. Tell us a little bit about some of your team goals and maybe some individual goals you might have.
Team goals, we want to go get that district championship, so that's a big goal this year. Make it to the playoffs, advance in the playoffs, finish drives this year, and just...
Any individual goals for an offensive lineman a little bit different. You don't get all the stats racked up there, but there's got to be some things that you might like to see.
Have a 100-yard rusher every game. Maybe be a lineman, an all-district lineman. So
those are some good goals to have out there. Well, let's take you off the football field and let's go inside the classroom. A senior at George Little Rock this year. Tell us a little bit about your class load that you've got.
Oh, I got about a couple science classes, government, personal finance, a couple PE classes. It's pretty slack. So
it's what you're supposed to do in your senior year. Well, let's talk about some of the other things you're involved outside of football. What are some other things you like to do?
Fish, I like to hunt, bike, just exercise, and
all around active kind of guy. All right, well, let's go past the school year. Let's get you through that senior year, and let's start looking ahead to the future. What is Riley Sneakloff going to do next year?
I plan to go to a 4-year college. I don't know what for. I'd like to do something in like sports medicine, so somewhere 4 years that has sports medicine.
Well, and as a senior here, you are the guy that they look up about. You're a starter on this football team. Tell us some of the things that you might have some advice for the underclassmen.
Play every play like it's your last. You only get 4 years in this great football family, so just play every play like it's your last. So.
And what are some of the most memorable things, and what are some of your favorite things of CLGLR football?
That is just all tradition. You play for the person next to you, play for the person that played before you. So.
Well, we appreciate you spending some time with us this week, and we thank you, Riley.
Thank you.
Frontier Bank proudly brings you Kasasa. What's Kasasa? It's an easy way to earn cash, no talent necessary. It's like a participation trophy that's actually worth something. You do everyday things, we reward you in cash each month. That's free Kasasa checking. Ask for free Kasasa checking at Frontier Bank.
And we welcome you back to the Lion's Den, where each and every week we go inside and take a look a little bit closer at some of our CLGLR football players. Today we're being joined by Colton Van Beek. Colton, thanks for joining us.
Yeah, thank you.
Colton, let's talk a little bit about your family life and your home life out there. Tell us a little bit about your family.
Well, right now we live in Dune, Iowa with my mom and dad and my brother, Nate and Trisha Van Beek. My mom works here in town at the vet clinic, and then my dad's the manager at Rock Valley Precast. My brother just works with him as well.
Well, let's talk about the football field, the senior here for the Lions. Tell us a little bit about the positions that you have as a senior and some of the responsibilities that comes with it.
Well, right now on the offense side, I'm playing running back, and responsibilities are making sure Lucas Nagel doesn't get hit blindsided on the passing plays, or making sure I'm getting out in the flare when I have to, or just hitting the hole hard. And then on defense, I have safety. Got to worry about pass and run, and just read the quarterback the whole time, make sure we know what he's doing.
You also do a little bit of return duties as well.
Yeah, a little returning on a punt and kickoff. Usually we have a good blocking up front there, so we can do good and keep the game starting off well or keep it going well.
Well, it sounds like you're going to be on the field an awful lot out there, and we'll make sure we keep track of your number. What are some of the team goals you have set for the year, and maybe some of the individual goals you have as well?
Oh, right now for team goals, I think all we want to do is win the district, make it to the playoffs, and we'll go from there. See how good we're doing. And hopefully we should be doing pretty good this year, but then just the individual goal is to maybe get 8-9 touchdowns this year. Be okay with it this year. Yards, maybe 500 to 750, hopefully, to see how it goes and how the line does.
How about any defensive goals?
Defense, this is my first year at safety, so I don't really know how it's going to go, but right now I'm feeling pretty comfortable, so hopefully 2 or 3 picks.
It sounds like a good schedule out there as well. Well, let's go inside the classroom. You're a senior here at Central Lyon. Tell us a little bit about some of the classes you're taking this year.
Right now I'm in quite a few shop classes, government, and math class. Then I have a few like single survival, learn how to survive on my own after high school.
That sounds good. Talking about after high school, let's talk about that next year. What are some of the plans for the future for Colton Vimby?
Right now, I'm not for sure, kind of leaning towards just working after high school, but still haven't quite decided.
Well, let's talk about it. You're a senior here. You've got some underclassmen looking up to you as a starter for the Lions out there. What is some of the advice you can give them younger kids coming up through the program?
Right now, they should just work hard, keep in the weight room, and always listen to coaches and try to get out for a lot of sports. It really helps you do a lot better, especially in like track when you're younger. Get you faster and ready for football, for me, I think.
All right, and last but not least, what do you like most about CLGLR football?
I'd say the coaches. They get to know you good, close, and they like to give you a hard time sometimes, but you always know that's just in the best for you, and they're just making you a better athlete.
Well, Colton, we appreciate you spending some time with us here today, and we wish you the best of luck.
Yep, thank you.
Central Lyon Community School District, setting the standard for success. Here at Central Lyon, we have a tradition of excellence and take pride in our quality education. Central Lyon has undergone many changes over the years, but our mission has remained the same: to provide an education and the opportunity for all students to become productive, lifelong learners. Our rich history combines with our state-of-the-art facilities to give students the best of both worlds. Our students have access to the newest technology, dedicated teachers, and a community that supports our efforts. Central Lyon Community School District, setting the standard for success.
The key to victory in sports starts with a good offense, which goes along with a great defense. This concept also applies to income taxes. The best way to make sure you're properly completing the many tax forms required and to ensure you're reporting all your income and claiming all allowable deductions is to take your information to a professional. Hi, this is Carmen at DeNoble Austin & Company PC, Certified Public Accountants. We can also help you with anything that has to do with accounting. We are located in Rock Rapids and Laverne, or find us on the web at denoblepc.com.
Small town values will never fade. Always finding a familiar face, a long lost friend with a helpful hand, picking right up where you left off again. It's your hometown bank in your own backyard, with people that you trust. It's the way you like to live. It's the way you like to bank.
Premier Bank, member FDIC.
But I literally didn't see your text.
Pizza Ranch legends.
Like
the
I was
husband who didn't text back about supper.
probably near a text dead zone. You've heard of a text dead zone, right?
It's only a legend, but just in case, there's all kinds of husband didn't text back about supper flavor at Pizza Ranch.
I'm totally getting taco pizza!
There's all kinds of that at Pizza Ranch.
Frontier Bank proudly brings you Kasasa. What's Kasasa? It's an easy way to earn cash, no talent necessary. It's like a participation trophy that's actually worth something. You do everyday things, we reward you in cash each month. That's free Kasasa checking. Ask for free Kasasa checking at Frontier Bank.
Back at Dicknell Field in Rock Rapids, along with Joel Viss, I'm Jay Kelly here on the Lyon Broadcast Network. 41-0, West Lyon with the lead on Central Lyon George Little Rock. At the half here tonight in Rock Rapids as we get set for the start of half number 2. And Joel, as we talked about earlier on the halftime report, the main thing for this Lyon football team right now is just get some positives here in the second half.
Yeah, that's absolutely what you got to work for here, is look for every little thing that you can to work on here and just try and make yourself better. You know, each and every play, you know, play through it, make yourself better as you get going through the field. Keep working on it as fast as you can and see if you can build some experience. You know, this is probably one of the better times to try and build the experience that we need out there. When you can get out there, you're going to play against a team that is going to bring out the substitutions out there. You're going to get some good playing time here and a good chance to really try and make some strides.
Lions will get the ball to start things off in the second half. Once again, trailing it 41-0. 41-0 is the score. West Lyon with the advantage here in tonight's annual Lyon County Beef Bowl to kick off the 2017 football season. Coming up next Friday night, Lions will have their first road test of the season.
Yeah, we'll be heading on the road here. We're going to make a trip down to Spencer, and Spencer's a team that is a level up. They're a 3A school out there. They came up here last year. We were able to get the win over them after rebounding from that loss in the Beef Bowl last season. Hopefully we can try and do that again, except for we're going to have to go on the road, and we'll see how these guys are battle-tested as they go on the field. Really nice facility down there in Spencer, though.
Yes, very nice field. I know the Eagle Grove game back in 2007, I believe, was played down in Spencer. That one of the epic playoff games of Lyon past back in 2007, and that game down at Spencer, very nice facility, as Joel mentioned. West Lyon to be kicking off to start things off here in half number 2. And it looks like Logan Bruggeman will do the kicking for the Wildcats. Ball is in the air. We are underway. End over end kick. Nick White will take it at the 5. Drops it, picks it back up at the 3 for the middle of the field. Trying for the right sideline. Cuts up at the 10 into a host of Wildcats. And the Lions will start deep in their own territory.
Well, not necessarily the start that we wanted out of that one, Jay, is White couldn't handle the kickoff there. Dropped it down there. Luckily, he gets back on it. Gets as many yards as he can, but here you are starting just outside the 10-yard line and deep in your own territory to start this the second half.
And once again, running time here in the second half as the Lions trail by 41 points. If the lead is 35 or more in the second half, the clock will continuously run. First down and 10 for the Lions. Ball spotted on their own 11. Nagel in the shotgun, twin receivers wide to each side. Van Beek stands to his right as Nagel takes a snap, quick pass right side, and the catch is made in the flat by Carter Krull. He'll carry up to the 15 for a pickup of 4 on the play.
Yeah, nice job there by Carter, just trying to go that quick hit there over to the sidelines, and got to sustain that block a little bit harder there. Brady Wright's out there, the wide receiver. Didn't want to hold, so he did let up there, which was a good idea not to get the penalty out there, but nonetheless did not get the block, and his man ended up making the tackle.
Second down and about 6 for the Lions. Ball spotted on their own 15. Nagel in the shotgun, trip receivers left, twins to the right, as a man in motion left to right is Van Beek. Krull fakes the handoff, or I should say Nagel fakes the handoff and then tries to toss it to Van Beek in the flat, but the pass incomplete. And a third down and 6 coming up for the Lions.
You know, that was actually a better break there. It was a double pump pass there to Van Beek. He couldn't handle it there. He actually fell down trying to come back for it. Probably a good thing that he let it hit the ground and be incomplete. Otherwise, we'd have been back at third down and 10, so it saved us the yardage.
On third down and 6, 41-0. West Lyon with the advantage over Central Lyon George Little Rock. Ball spotted on the Lyon 15-yard line. Lions facing third down and 6 on the opening offensive possession of the second half. Trip receivers left, a single to the right as Nagel lines up in the shotgun with Van Beek to his left. And will go to Van Beek up the middle, hit in the backfield and dropped for a 1-yard loss at the 14-yard line. Now a fourth down for the Lions, and the punt team will come back out onto the field.
Wow, that was just too bad there for Van Beek. As soon as he got the ball, he had 3 Wildcats all over him. The offensive line's got to do a better job than that. You just came out of the locker room. You can't claim that you're tired out there, and you just got beat right off the line of scrimmage. All 3 of those D linemen right in the running back as soon as he caught it.
High snap. Deach has trouble corralling it, but does a nice job picking it up. Gets off a high end-over-end punt, albeit a short one. However, it will take a Lion bounce out to the 36, 37-yard line, where West Lyon will start first and 10. From their own, or from the Lyon 36, I should say. Once again, clock will continuously move already at 9 minutes and counting left here in the third quarter.
Well, definitely not the way we wanted to start the second half there, Jay. We came out there, had some miscues right off the bat there. We had a few bad plays there, some negative plays, and then you end up almost botching the punt team, and you give the ball back to West Lyon in really good starting territory.
First and 10 for the Wildcats. Power I formation now in at quarterback for West Lyon. It looks like Trevor Rinke will play the quarterback position, and the handoff over the right side goes to the sophomore Logan Meyer. He stood up at the line of scrimmage and dropped for maybe a loss of 1.
Yeah, going to give him a loss of 1 there. Good job there by the defense to get after him and really stand him up and push him backwards right off the bat. And that's a tough read there on that quarterback's number. I don't know if that's a 4 or a 9, Jay.
Second down and 11 coming up for the West Lyon Wildcats. Ball spotted on the, just outside the 37 of Central Lyon George Little Rock. Yeah, we'll try to take another look at that number. Snap, and falling is the quarterback. And it could be, it's either Renke or Gramstead, one of the two.
I do believe it's Renke. Renke played quarterback last year a little bit for the Wildcats in some of the later portions of the games out there, so I'm guessing it's him.
Tripped up behind the line of scrimmage for a 2-yard loss, and now a 3rd down and 13 for West Lyon, with the ball spotted on the Central Lyon George Little Rock 39-yard line. 7.5 minutes left to play in the third quarter. Clock continuously moves with the point spread where it is here in the second half. 41-0, West Lyon with the advantage. Power I formation for the Wildcats. Renke under center. Now a false start on the left end for the Wildcats, as it looks like Levi Horseman got going a little early, and that will march him back even further.
You know, if you look at this for the Wildcats out there, they're obviously coming out. Second teamers are in the ball game here for West Lyon, and they come out right off the bat, and they've had their miscues right out there. This is the learning experience for these guys too. We talk about learning on the CLGLR side. West Lyon's looking at the same thing because, Coach Rosenboom knows that his team needs to build some depth out there. He wants to get these guys experience, and he holds them at the same accountability level as he does his first teamers.
3rd and long for the Wildcats on the 43-yard line of Central Lyon George Little Rock. Renke takes a snap and runs into his tackle, but hands cleanly off the left side, and a nice scoot here over around left end for Mason Maurer. And Maurer will carry down to the 29-yard line, about 2 yards shy of the first down.
Yeah, nice run there for him to be able to get out past the 30-yard line. And as you said, the quarterback bounced off of his own man, still managed to make the handoff there and on the counter play, and able to get free. Nice stiff arm there on the outside there, and almost got himself a first down.
4th down and about 3 for the Wildcats. The ball spotted on the 29-yard line of Central Lyon George Little Rock with 6:05 left to play in the third quarter, and a 41-0 lead for West Lyon as the play clock winds, with a 4th and 3 facing the Wildcats on the Central Lyon George Little Rock 29-yard line. Renke will line up under center, takes a snap, pitches out over the right side, and this pitch will go to Davion Sterner. Sterner will be hit in the backfield back at the 32-yard line, or a loss on the play, and the Wildcats will turn it over on downs. Well, they'll spot it at the 30, but nonetheless, still a loss.
Yeah, nice job there. Parker Netton came up the field, got him to turn it inside, didn't make the tackle, but he got the running back to cut it up into the field, and Matuska was able to come in and bury him in the backfield for a loss and give the Lions the ball back.
First down and 10, Central Lyon George Little Rock with the ball on their own 30-yard line. Second offensive possession of the second half, with 5:12 left to play in the third quarter, and the Lions trailing 41-0. Nagel in the shotgun, twins to each side. He'll take the snap, fake the hand of the motion man, keep it himself, cut up the middle, and Nagel's got a good gain on first down. In fact, nearly a first down. He might have had the first down. Yes, he does. Out to the 42-yard line, and a 12-yard pickup on first down.
Yeah, that's a good run there for him. It looks like he ran with some purpose on that one, and he got downfield. Good blocking up front, giving him that seam there. He's able to get 3-4 yards deep there before he initiates any kind of contact, and then able to carry the rest of the Wildcats enough for that first down.
First and 10 for the Lions. Ball spotted on their own 42. Nagel in the shotgun. Twin receivers right, a single to the left. As Nagel takes a snap, quarterback keep, and did not read that one well. A host of Wildcats coming through to pummel them back at the 40-yard line, and no blocking up front whatsoever, as Nagel will lose 3 yards on the play.
You know, and that's part of it. I don't know if it was so much not any blocking back there, but the indecision of the young quarterback back there. He didn't know what he was going to do with it. When he's back there, he's got to be looking and knowing what his options are. He got the ball, and he didn't know if he was going left or right, and he just ended up having to eat it because the Wildcats were able to be there.
Inside 4 minutes left to play in the third quarter, 41-0, West Lyon with the lead. Central Lyon George Little Rock, second down and about 13 from their own 40. As Nagel takes a snap, rolling out right side, pitch to Krull, drops it, and on the play, Carter Krull is going to cover it up back at the 38, but it will be a loss of 2 on the carry.
You know, and that wasn't too bad. The pitch was there. And it might have been a little bit behind Carter, but still, nonetheless, Carter's got to make that catch. He's looking to run and get upfield before he makes it. You got to catch the ball before you can get going down the field. Luckily to jump on top of that one and retain possession.
Ball spotted on the 39 of Central Lyon George Little Rock. Now a 3rd and 15 for the Lions from their own 39 with 3:15 left to play in the third quarter. 41-0 West Lyon with the lead. Nagel in the shotgun, trip receivers left, a single to the right. Van Beek stands to his left as Nagel will drop back to pass. Rolling out left side in the pocket, he'll tuck it, he'll run it across the 40 to the 45 to about the 46, and a pickup of about 7 or 8 yards on the play will set up a 4th and about 7 for the Lions.
Now, going to be a nice job there. Good job by Lucas. He actually got out there, got very close to the line of scrimmage, was going to throw it out to Colton Van Beek. Could have done it, but instead decides to take the solid play, tucks it, and runs with it, and gets himself down the field, picks up good positive yards, and sets up 4th down in about 7 or so. And they're obviously going to go for it.
Just across the Lions' 45-yard line. On 4th down, Nagel in the shotgun. Twin receivers right, a single to the left. Nagel calls it out, takes a snap. Quarterback keep right up the middle again. Nagel across the 50. Oh, he's going to be right there. It's going to be very close, all depending on the spot. Near side official has it at the 48. We'll see where the official on the ball marks it. Far side official just about the same. Looks like it's going to be just shy. Yep, just shy of the stick.
Very close, though, as Nagel got downfield there. He just got tied up a little bit right at the midfield marker. Such a big, tall guy, lengthy guy. He was able to fall forward, got very close, but just not close enough, and Wildcats are going to retake over possession.
1:50 left to play in the third quarter. Clock continues to move. A 41-0 advantage for West Lyon over Central Lyon George Little Rock. And on 1st down and 10, the Wildcat second teamers still in the huddle with 15 seconds left on the play clock. And the huddle will break in time as Renke will lead them up to the line of scrimmage. Renke will line up in the shotgun. Twin receivers left, a single to the right. Single back behind him, man in motion from the left to the right as Renke will take the snap. Quarterback keep around the right end. Renke cuts it up inside the 45, inside the 40, down to about the 38-yard line where he is knocked out of bounds after picking up the 1st down.
Renke doing a good job there. And that was actually a miscommunication on the Wildcats' part there. Was trying to hand out the ball, wasn't sure what to do. Just decided to take off and run with it, and able to go 14 yards down the field and pick up the 1st down.
Inside of a minute left to play here in quarter number 3. 1st down and 10 for the Wildcats on the 39 of Central Lyon George Little Rock. Renke in the shotgun takes the snap, takes the hand of the motion man. Quarterback keep up the middle. Renke will carry inside the 35, down to the 34, and a pickup of 5 on 1st down.
Yeah, another nice run there by Renke. Doing a good job as the Lions got some good pressure in the backfield that time, but couldn't quite get to the quarterback. Renke able to slip through there and pick up the positive yards.
2nd down and, about 4 yards to go for West Lyon with the ball just inside the 35, or make it the 34 of Central Lyon George Little Rock. Problems all over for West Lyon offensively on the handoff, and in front of that, I believe there might have even been a fumble on the play. We'll wait and see what the officials say.
Yeah, I think they were going on a quick count there, and Renke wasn't quite under the center and got up under the football, and they hiked it before he was ready to go.
Well, that will bring an end to the third quarter. After 3 complete at Dick Null Field in Rock Rapids, West Lyon leading Central Lyon George Little Rock 41-0. You're listening to Lyon Football on the Lyon Broadcast Network.
Small town values will never fade. Always finding a familiar face. A long lost friend with a helpful hand. Picking right up where you left off again. It's your hometown bank in your own backyard. With people that you trust. It's the way you like to live. It's the way you like to bank.
Premier Bank, member FDIC.
But I literally didn't see your text.
Pizza Ranch legends.
Like
the husband who didn't text back about supper.
Probably near a text dead zone. You've heard of a text dead zone, right?
It's only a legend, but just in case, there's all kinds of husband didn't text back about supper flavor at Pizza Ranch.
I'm totally getting taco pizza!
There's all kinds of that at Pizza Ranch.
Back at Dicknall Field in Rock Rapids, along with Joel Viss, I'm Jay Kelly. 12 minutes up on the board for quarter number 4, 41-0. Central Lyon George Little Rock trailing West Lyon as we head to quarter number 4. Third down and 5 for the West Lyon Wildcats with the ball spotted on the 34-yard line of Central Lyon George Little Rock. As Reinke will line up in the shotgun, twin receivers left and a single to the right. Reinke takes a snap and the hand goes over the right side around right end. Here comes Davion Sterner once again, and he'll be piled up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play and a fourth down. Fourth down and 7 for the Wildcats. Ball spotted just inside the 33-yard line of Central Lyon George Little Rock with 11:40 left to play here in the fourth quarter. Clock is on the move as the clock will run continuously unless Central Lyon George Little Rock were to get a touchdown and an extra point. On fourth down and 4, Reinke under center with a power eye behind him, takes a snap, and we got a flag on the play. The hand goes over the left side and dragged down from behind is the ball carrier Mason Marr. We'll wait and see what this flag is. We'll see if the Lions were in the neutral zone.
Well, you got dual flags. You're going to see that the first penalty came out first. That might be against the offense. And the second flag out there is going to be a horse collar tackle. That's a new rule in football out there. You cannot pull a guy down from behind. Absolutely, at no point in time can you grab onto a guy. It doesn't matter where you grab him. You cannot pull him down from behind.
A legal motion on West Lyon, a face mask on Central Lyon George Little Rock, so I believe they're going to replay the down is what the signal was given by the official. With 10:37 left to play in the fourth quarter, clock on the move, and a 41-0 advantage for West Lyon over Central Lyon George Little Rock here tonight.
That's a tough break there for the Lions. They got the penalty and they got the tackle for a loss there against the Wildcats, but a face mask there at the end is going to give the Wildcats a little bit more life, and they're going to get one more chance.
Fourth down and about 4 for the Cats. Ball spotted just inside the 33 of CLGLR. Reinke will take the snap. Problems with the snap and a quarterback keep. Reinke is going to make something out of nothing here. He crosses the 30 and picks up the first down at the 27-yard line after dropping the snap. Wow.
That is his tough break there. He drops the snap. Magically, it bounces right back up to him. He's able to get back on it. Lions are coming after him, though. They're in the backfield. The defensive linemen were there. They just couldn't quite bring him down. He able to get to the outside and get down the field and pick up 6 yards and a first down.
Just inside the 27-yard line, first down and 10 for the Wildcats. 9.5 minutes left in the fourth quarter. Clock is on the move. A 41-0 advantage for West Lyon over Central Lyon George Little Rock. Reinke will rush them up to the line of scrimmage, and I believe it's going to be a delay of game. No, they're going to say he got it off in time, so the play will count. Maurer will be piled up upon back at the 26-yard line after no gain on the play.
Yeah, nice job there. Once again, the Wildcats trying to go on that quick count. They don't waste much time. They sit there in the huddle as long as they can, run up to the ball, and they hike it right away, and they get the things going. The Lions able to jump and get after it, able to flow with the play, really stretch it out there, and then make the tackle on Maurer for a no gain.
Second down and 10 for West Lyon with the ball spotted on the 26 of Central Lyon George Little Rock. Power I formation behind Reinke in the backfield. Reinke takes the snap. Problems on the handoff up the middle, but I believe he got it off. Carry up to the 25 for a short gain, and a third down and about 8 coming up for the Wildcats.
Well, the Lions really need to come here on the defensive side of the ball, and they need to finish this one off. Right there, they had a chance to finish it off on fourth down. Couldn't quite get it done. Gave the Wildcats another shot. They were able to capitalize, get the first down. Now you got them in third long again. You got to be able to jump on this one and take advantage and get them off the field.
Actually, it looks like they're saying no gain on the play, so a third down and 9 for West Lyon with the ball spotted on the 26-yard line. Reinke under center, power I behind him, barks it out, takes a snap, dropping back, hands over the right side, and here comes Davion Sterner once again. Sterner breaking for the sideline, carries inside the 10 and down at the 9-yard line. Well, it will be another Wildcat first down.
Looks like they're going to spot him actually right at the 10-yard line there, so a 16-yard pickup for Davion Sterner. And once again, Jay, you're sitting there 3rd down and long, and you can't get yourself off the field. You let them get a big play, and they get a fresh set of downs.
7:38 left to play in the fourth quarter. 41-0. Central Lyon George Little Rock trailing West Lyon here in the annual Lyon County Beef Bowl. Running time on the field. Second teamers in for the Wildcats as Renke will take the snap and hand over the right side to his fullback, and I believe that was Logan Meyer once again over the right side down to about the 7-yard line for a pickup of a couple.
That was actually Ty Ulmer, the sophomore, 5'10", 180-pound sophomore. Ty Ulmer, number 36 for the Wildcats.
And a second down and a goal for West Lyon with the ball spotted on the 7-yard line of Central Lyon George Little Rock. As we dip inside of 7 minutes left to play here tonight. 41-0 the advantage for West Lyon. That was the score at the half. We've had running time here in the second half and no scoring as of yet, but the Wildcats knocking on the door. Renke will take the snap, hand on a counter over the left side, and this is going backwards for the Wildcats and finally brought down after a valiant effort is the ball carrier Mason Maurer. As Maurer is going to be brought down back at about the 15-yard line. Big loss on the play.
Yeah, Maurer, actually, he was a ping-pong ball out there. He was getting knocked backwards. Lions, poor tackling by the defense there. They had took 4 different shots at him. 4 guys laid a hit on him. Nobody decided to wrap him up and bring him down, and he just kept getting knocked backwards. And finally it was enough when finally somebody got a hold of him enough to bring him to the ground.
3rd down and goal. Ball spotted on the 15 of Central Lyon George Little Rock. Power eye behind Renke in the backfield. Renke takes a snap, dropping back to pass, rolling out right side, just throws it up for grabs, and the pass nearly caught, but behind the intended receiver on the play. The intended receiver was Caleb Heiser. Will fall incomplete.
A little bit of contact out there. It looked like Greasy was on the coverage there, the safety coming over for the Lions, doing a nice job there, and actually got their feet tangled together before the ball fell incomplete out there. But nice job by the Lions. Once again, you got them here sitting in that spot. They're in a long situation. You got to get yourself off the field.
5:25 left to play in the ball game. 41-0, and the pitch goes to Sterner over the left end, and Sterner is going to be brought down after a carry out to about the 10-yard line. With 5:12 left to play, and the Lions will hold on down, so the Lion offense will take over as the clock continues to move inside of 5 minutes.
Lions offense on the field. It would be a big feather in their hat here, Jay, if they could move down the field and at least get a touchdown out of this one and try and get themselves on the board, get that goose egg off the board. That would be a big feather in their hat going into this one, and we'll see what they can do, but they got a long way to go, about 90 yards to get it done.
Well, the Lion offense back on the field. Taking their time in the huddle with 4:34 left to play in the fourth quarter. 41-0 the advantage for West Lyon. As Nagel will line them up in the shotgun formation, twin receivers to each side. Nagel takes a snap, hands to the motion man coming across from the left to the right, and on the carry is Trey Murray. He'll carry up across the 15 to about the 18-yard line.
Nice job there by Murray coming into the ball game here. We saw him earlier on some special teams going down and making some tackles. Now he comes out at that wingback spot. Has the speed to get out there and just need to earn his time there. And the way this offense rolls, he could definitely work himself into a starting role if he can produce.
2nd down and 4. Nagel in the shotgun takes a snap and drops back. Quarterback keep right up the middle. Nagel will have the first down across the 20 out to the 23-yard line.
Another 7-yard pickup out there, and that's kind of been the average here in the second half for Lucas. And when he's been able to take off there, the offensive line's been able to open up that seam and get them through the field there, and he's been able to get some good yardage.
First down and 10 for the Lions. Ball spotted on their own 24-yard line. Nagel and the Lions huddled up with 3:28 left to play in the fourth quarter and the clock on the move. Nagel in the shotgun, calls it out, takes a snap. Quarterback keep up the middle once again. Met rudely in the backfield by the Wildcat defensive line, I should say, and dropped for no gain. In fact, a loss of a few on the play.
Yeah, Lucas trying to come through there. He was met by 6'2", 270-pound sophomore Gabe Knobloch, and that's a big dude there standing in your way, and no way Lucas was going to move him through the field.
Second down and about 13. Ball spotted on the 21 of Central Lyon George Little Rock. 2:48 left to play in the ball game. 41-0. West Lyon with the advantage over CLGLR. Nagel in the shotgun. Twin receivers wide to each side as Nagel takes a snap. Fakes the hand of the motion man. Quarterback keep right up the middle across the 25 out to about the 27-yard line. Nice pickup on the play. Will set up 3rd and long.
Yeah, about a 6-yard pickup there for Lucas once again. And they're just trying to really work him and get him comfortable with making those reads. And that's going to be his job in this deal with this motion offense. Bringing running backs through, he's got to start reading the defense and what they're going to give him and really help him try and make the right choices down the road.
As Nagel breaks the huddle, 3rd down and about 7 for the Lions. Ball spotted on their own 27. Nagel in the shotgun, takes the snap, hands up the middle, and the carry goes to Netton, who is up over-ended at the 34-yard line, but close to a 1st down.
I think he's going to have it there as he got upended. As you said, Jay, they went low on him, knocked him over the top of the defender, and that was just enough to get the 1st down yardage.
1st down and 10. Central Lyon George Little Rock. Ball spotted on their own 34-yard line. 1:38 left to play. 41-0. West Lyon with the advantage on CLGLR. Nagel in the shotgun. Twin receivers to each side. Now I believe a hard count got West Lyon to jump off sides.
Yeah, got that blitzing linebacker coming through. They're trying to come up there, and West Lyon's trying to read that quarterback keeper and trying to get in the backfield and make Lucas make the decision a lot faster than he wants to. There they go on the hard count, able to get him offsides.
1st down and about 5 for the Lions, now on their own 39-yard line. Quarterback keep up the middle for Nagel. Nagel finds some running room into Wildcat territory and brought down at the 48-yard line of West Lyon.
I think he was going so fast he just about fell over there, Jay. Nonetheless, a 16-yard pickup there for him, and a 1st down gets it into Wildcat territory here with 45 seconds to go. We'll see if the Lions choose to shoot it down the field and see if they can put some points on the board.
1st down and at 10. Ball spotted on the 48-yard line of West Lyon. Nagel takes a snap. Quarterback keep up the middle again over the right side and up to the 40-yard line. Pardon me, I believe that's Klingenberg on the carry. See, yeah, that was Klingenberg on the carry up to the 40-yard line. Now a 2nd down and about 1 for the Lions just inside the 40-yard line. 15 seconds and the clock continues to wind. We'll see if there's time for one last play on the field here. At 5 seconds, the Lions have yet to break the huddle. It's going to come down to the final second here on 2nd down, and the time will run out, I believe. Are they going to count this last play here? Looks like Lions will be dropped back Murray at the 42-yard line, and that will bring an end to this one here tonight. So the clock hits zeros, and the final score tonight, 41-0. West Lyon defeating Central Lyon George Little Rock in the annual Lyon County Beef Bowl. Stay tuned. We'll wrap up our coverage from Dicknall Field in Rock Rapids when we return. You're listening to Lyon Football on the Lyon Broadcast Network.
Central Lyon Community School District, setting the standard for success. Here at Central Lyon, we have a tradition of excellence and take pride in our quality education. Central Lyon has undergone many changes over the years, but our mission has remained the same: to provide an education and the opportunity for all students to become productive, lifelong learners. Our rich history combines with our state-of-the-art facilities to give students the best of both worlds. Our students have access to the newest technology, dedicated teachers, and a community that supports our efforts. Central Lyon Community School District, setting the standard for success.
But I literally didn't see your text.
Pizza Ranch legends.
Like
the husband who didn't text back about supper.
Probably near a text dead zone. You've heard of a text dead zone, right?
It's only a legend, but just in case, there's all kinds of husband didn't text back about supper flavor at Pizza Ranch.
I'm totally getting taco pizza!
There's all kinds of that at Pizza Ranch.
Small town values will never fade. Always finding a familiar face, a long lost friend with a helpful hand, picking right up where you left off again. It's your hometown bank in your own backyard, with people that you trust. It's the way you like to live. It's the way you like to bank.
Premier Bank, member FDIC.
The key to victory in sports starts with a good offense, which goes along with a great defense. This concept also applies to income taxes. The best way to make sure you're properly completing the many tax forms required and to ensure you're reporting all your income and claiming all allowable deductions is to take your information to a professional. Hi, this is Carmen at DeNoble Austin & Company PC, Certified Public Accountants. We can also help you with anything that has to do with accounting. We are located in Rock Rapids and Laverne, or find us on the web at denoblepc.com.
Frontier Bank proudly brings you Kasasa. What's Kasasa? It's an easy way to earn cash, no talent necessary. It's like a participation trophy that's actually worth something. You do everyday things, we reward you in cash each month. That's free Kasasa checking. Ask for free Kasasa checking at Frontier Bank.
Back at Dicknall Field in Rock Rapids, the final tonight, 41-0. West Lyon defeating Central Lyon George Little Rock in the annual Lyon County Beef Bowl as the teams take a knee and meet at center field. The Beef Bowl trophy presentation once again heading west to the blue and white. The West Lyon Wildcats will once again retain this year's Beef Bowl trophy as the Lions take a knee to watch the Wildcats celebrate on their own home turf. And the Lions will now scoot on down and turn their focus to another purple and gold opponent, the Spencer Tigers, coming up next Friday night.
You know, and that's what you got to do is you got to turn your focus on it. You got to realize you got to burn that image into your memory right there of watching West Lyon celebrate on your field and taking that Beef Bowl trophy. And in the same aspect, you need to definitely come back out of this one and look at it as a fact of we need to come back and get refocused, get our things together, and get ready to go for Spencer.
Yeah, big road trip, first road trip of the season, always a big test, and the Lions will see if they're up to that test coming up next Friday night on the road in Spencer. Beautiful facility, but a hostile environment nonetheless, and Lions' first road test of the season comes in the form of the Spencer Tigers as an opponent, so it should be a great one next Friday night. We'll look forward to bringing it to you right here on the Lion Broadcast Network. Big thanks to our fine sponsors that make these broadcasts possible: Sanford Health, Frontier Bank, DeNoble Austin & Company, the Pizza Ranch, Avera Health, and Premier Bank, bringing you Lion football right here on the Lion Broadcast Network. And Joel, I guess the end all here tonight, you said it, short memory, just forget about it.
That's right. You got to get over it. You got to go from this one. I guess you can't forget about it. You
right.
got to take what you did here, and you got to learn and take something away from it. That's the big thing. Don't just walk away from here and say, hey, we just lost. You got to take something away from this game, whether it's good, whether it's bad, whatever the situation is. You got to take something away from it, and you got to work on it and learn from it.
Well, the Curtis Eben era will kick off with one on the chin, courtesy of the county-wide rivals, the West Lyon Wildcats, a 41-0 final here tonight. That will do it for our opening broadcast of the 2017 season, but we'll be back again next Friday night, and I'm sure the Lions will be as well. The first road trip of the season. We're heading down to Spencer to take on the Tigers next Friday night. Pregame coverage in around 6:30 with the kickoff at 7 o'clock right here. Thank you all for tuning in, and a big thanks once again to our fine sponsors. For Joel Viss, I'm Jay Kelly. You've been listening to Lion Football right here on the Lion Broadcast Network.